Welcome to Tuber Chat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel, oh my goodness. I thought I was ready. And then moderators, just please let me know if my microphone is okay. I'm switching location, so I'm switching mics, and I feel like I've got these things ready and they're not ready. Let's put up Consume the Goodness, because I just want to talk about a video that I watched a couple of hours ago. Consume the Goodness is Kendra, and she's often named by chat, she's often referenced by name here in the chat. And Consume the Goodness has been with us a long while now. I don't know if it's a couple of years, but over a year for sure. She's over 3,000 subscribers now, which is great to see. You see she's got another channel here, Consume the Gameness, so I'm assuming she can do some video gameplay there. So I'll just go ahead and subscribe to that right away. Usually I do things a little bit differently, but it's okay. I'm going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put that into a special watch later playlist as well. So when we look at Consume the Goodness, she's going to talk to us about healthy eating, healthy living, keto carnivore meal ideas, faith-based motivation, a lot of workouts on the channel, and lately some bloopers and outtakes. Now, sometimes when I'm watching videos, almost always I'm on a computer, but I'm often working while I'm watching, so I may not be, you know, like eyes right on the video all the entire time. So I started watching Kendra's video, then I went back after she responded to my comment. I went back and watched it again, and I see that she's actually doing much more in here, not just outtakes. And all of us know that YouTube is more work than we expected it to be. So outtakes and bloopers and things like that, while I wouldn't say are common, we do sometimes see those. Some creators sprinkle them throughout their videos. Somebody like Wayne's World Unlimited is known for making a separate outtake video, and Consume the Goodness has included a few in a video here. And then when we look at what Consume the Goodness did in the latest video, the member shoutouts made me laugh. I couldn't believe she puts a lot of work into these videos. She is a dynamic creator, extremely energetic, but what she does with member shoutouts is perfect. I haven't seen somebody do it the way she does before, and I'll leave it to everybody to have a look at this video to see what I'm talking about. Shorts on her channel have done extremely well. Extremely well. 27,000, 49,000. I've watched this one here. I love pizza, so I had to see this one, and she has a really interesting take on a healthier version of a meal or snack for somebody who likes pizza as much as I do. Live streams on her channel are pretty frequent, actually, but it's been a while since I've caught her. She was on a couple of weeks ago with Just Jason Keto and more. They've been together a couple of times doing live streams because their channels align the ideas of healthy eating, healthy living. They both care very much about the YouTube journey, their communities, and those of us in the Tuber Chat family as well. So I hope everybody will connect with Consume the Goodness, and she's obviously monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. So forgive my clunky beginning. I am still getting my ducks in a row, back and forth between changing a couple of locations up here, and I don't seem to have everything running as smoothly as I wish. Hopefully we'll be ready to go for a couple of weeks from now when we do the 800th episode. I didn't want to space these out so far, but some family obligations for me, family is first, of course, are happening this weekend coming up. So I delayed the 800th episode for an extra week. So we'll start picking up the pace right after that and be back to every 2 or 3 days. But episode 800 will be special. We always do something special. Cruising on the High Seas and Travel has a question. Break it down. What's the difference between levels and what it has to offer? Oh, if you're talking about memberships, okay, thank you for asking. I usually don't solicit those. I just wanted to address the question right away, but I'll talk about that in a little bit after I get through the introductions here. I know I missed a bit of activity in the chat, and we got quite a busy beginning again. The other day was almost a record day for us for a while here. Rambling with the Broom, Scott just dropped a super chat. Again, he's a beloved and dedicated moderator and member, and a fellow Canadian, actually. I'm going to meet up with him in a few days with Just Jason Keto and more, and a few more people. We'll put his channel up next. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. But you do not have to be a member or super chat to get onto the wheel or the screen here. I know we've got a few new channels in the chat. Over the course of the next 3 hours, I will add names to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream, if that makes sense. And then members get added first always, so I'll fill the wheel in a quick second here. Crystal Sparkle's in the house. I got a few more names on there. Jesse Miller Unboxings and more. Backyard Truckers there, Rushing Wind Mountain, and our moderators, Scratch and Pete PA, Canadian Family Life, I Am Betty. Jay Gathers is here. Michael's Adventures will be in and out, but he was in the chat at the beginning. Mr. Stephanie, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Jevin Richardson is a longtime friend. The Groves Bargain Emporium, Steph is here. And I'll fill the wheel right now. And then over the course of the stream, like I said, I'll add names. Takes a little while. And actually, what we'll do right now, because I talked about Kendra's channel already, let's get to Scott. This is Rambling with the Brooms. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. We got Butler Family Farm on the wheel, Crafty Witch 232, Crystal Sparkle was already added, and the Bud File. Sue is added again. I just watched their 2,500 member shout out video. Every time they hit a 100, they do a shout out video for all of their supporters, not just members and stuff like that. And the reason why I laugh, it's not laughter, it's I am amazed. Because a lot of people will compliment me here, or if I could take it as a compliment, the idea that I get to know a lot of channels and facts about them, and I tell stories about the creators behind the channels and things like that. But Sue does a spectacular job when it comes to the idea of recognizing all of their supporters. She just holds up the phone and goes through a list of all the people who subscribe and everything else, and just tells you what every single channel does. It truly is amazing to watch, and she's done it now probably 25 times. If you head over to the channel, you'll see what I mean. Lee from First Four Audio is here. Martha Makes Art is in the house. Cassie from Tales Told in the Dark is also here, and we will talk about Scott's content in a second. Collectomania might be in the house as well. And pardon me, we are just flying again. Pup Groomer 20, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Forgive me for not being certain if this is your first time, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. And then, yes, Michelle Crochets might be back in a bit. I know not everybody can be here every day, and certainly not for 3 hours every time we stream. And I do appreciate every moment. I know we've got a couple of friends that run the stream in the background, especially if they're working or driving or just can't be on a phone to, you know, get after everybody. And my recommendation always, especially for newer channels here in Superchat, is just take your time, meet people one by one. There's always going to be brand new channels every single day here. There's always going to be friends that we've had for 4 years and longer. Lots and lots and lots of mixed up channels to meet, if that makes any sense. A great mix of channels. And then thank you so much, Greenland Quilter Katie. Yes, did I put you on the wheel already? Yes, I just did. Yeah, I do. I use my community posts, and I post in advance. So let me try to show that to you for a quick second, then we'll go back to Scott's its channel, you can set your community posts in advance. And while I don't necessarily recommend everybody hammer the thing every 2 hours like I do, keep in mind, Superchat's got 5,000 subscribers now, but I also subscribe to all of those channels and more. So there's a mix here, and you can see these are all like community posts that went out today. And typically I share every 2 hours, unless I miss a few scheduled posts or something like that. But you can see, like, so today's, I always share ours a couple hours after the stream starts, and then Shasta Travels will go out later. Hobbytown Chili and Koi, the 800th episode is set for Sunday, just to say, hey, next week, everybody. You know, that kind of thing. So the community tab and sharing for other creators is the number 1 thing that I've been thanked for on YouTube in the last 4.5 years. So that's just a hint for everybody about how effective it is. AceFlaw1, Andy, good to see you here. Rock Chick Beauty's in the house. She's been with us pretty much from the beginning. Dusty Unicorn might be a new channel, but I feel like I recognize that name, so forgive me if I'm mistaken. Blood Dragoon is probably a friend of about 4 years. Street Poet 973EO, good to see you here. And Create and Relate, I'm glad, is in the house as well. I'm going to put them on the wheel right now, but I just watched a video where they took a Cricut machine. Some of us know what a Cricut machine is, where creators are making all kinds of different either crafty things or merchandise, and sometimes even t-shirts and everything else. And Create and Relate is a fairly new channel in the Superchat family. They've just been with us a few months now, but they're doing a spectacular job with their videos, particularly with chapters, which are very important. I don't do them on the live streams here in Superchat after the streams. It's really unnecessary. Live streams don't really get as many replays as we all wish that they would. But in a video, yes, I absolutely use chapters in almost every case whenever it's appropriate. They really help for a few different reasons, but Create and Relate really did a good job. Cali Girl Crochet is in the house for the first time. And then, let's see. I don't mean to miss anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. Darlene's Garden and Home, good to see you here. And forgive me for anybody that I'm not recognizing as being here for the first time. We had a really explosive stream the other day, and that always leads to an influx of newer channels afterwards. While I say that, live stream replay, we don't get as many live stream replays as anybody would imagine. Not that I'm right. Special episodes of Tuber Chat, or if we have an explosive chat like we did the other day, that can lead to a handful of oh, pardon me, new people coming in. Mr. Dan and Horror, good to see you here. Leonica's in the house. I think I said hello to Jevin Richardson. Gabby Critiques is here. Good to see you. And forgive me, I know I'm dancing all over and just stomping our introduction today. I'm clicking all over the place and nothing seems to want to work the way I want it to, but that's okay. The Numismaniac, I think, is also dropping a super chat. Forgive me because I completely missed it. But we will look at the Numismaniac next. And like I said, super chats and membership gifting and things like that are absolutely unnecessary here. Memberships themselves, of course, I make them available, but I try not to solicit those things. I'm going to talk about memberships in a minute, but I just want to get through one or two more channels here. Hannah Rebecca, good to see you here. And we do, though, put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen when those things happen. I'll get around to spinning the wheel in a few moments here. Rambling with the Brooms comes to us from our nation's capital, close to Ottawa, and he'll be traveling to Toronto this week, where I'm going to go meet up with him and Jason from Just Jason Keto, and more likely Kristen Welton will be with me, and then we'll see if we have any other. I know Scott's bringing a crew of friends down. Rambling with the Brooms is working on 4,400 subscribers. He brings homesteading content from Ontario, Canada. Obviously, if you're lucky enough, you might actually see him making maple syrup in the Sugar Shack. I've caught him while he's been live streaming that, and he's got some shorts here that have done well. 2,500, 3,100, 7,800 with some famous Canadian winter weather there. And then live streams on the channel are frequent. He's on every Thursday and Friday. Primetime Friday and Procrastination Thursday are series he's had for as long as I can remember. He's barely mixed those up a couple of times. Cruise in Alaska 25 is a project that he's got going on right now where he is working with Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa, and that is to bring a cruise together, which they've already booked. It'll be leaving from Seattle to Alaska this August. And they're hoping to book 100 rooms of creators and supporters. Scott has a second channel here called Travel Escapes with the Brooms, where he's going to bring us some more travel-based content. I'm sure plenty will come from that cruise that's upcoming. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures from Medicine Hat, Alberta. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And then the Confident Quilter might be in the house. Forgive me if I have missed that. Yep, good to see you here. And like I said, we've got a few new channels in the chat. We always have at least a couple every time we're on. We're usually here 3 times a day. 3 times a week. I can't even talk today. 3 times a week. And there's always new channels. There's always friends who've been here for about 4.5 years since the channel started. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Thank you for the encouragement, Crystal Sparkle. Yes, we literally have done this 798 times now, and still, I promise you, I make as many mistakes as everybody. But that's just hopefully for encouragement for everybody else. And then it is actually, yes, consume the goodness. I have no idea why. Something is going on with me today where I feel like I'm more tired than I usually am. 99 Midnight Gamer, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I think that's just from not consistent sleep and everything else. I had a hard time going to sleep yesterday for no reason at all. When we look at the Numismaniac, we see another fellow Canadian from Edmonton, Alberta, and this creator is going to talk to us about numismatic collectible coins, precious metals, and other collectibles of value. This past video I actually went back to look at because I wanted to make sure what I was talking about when I was talking about this video the other day was in fact a microscope. And yes, it's a special kind that they use to grade a lot of these collectibles. But I'm just going to put that video back into the special playlist I keep. I call it my catch-up list. It's a silly name for a playlist, but just so I can keep caught up with creators, and playlists can be a great tool for that, of course. And then when we look at the Numismaniac, first of all, we see a brand new video here, but you get an idea from the thumbnails about some of the different things, including history, you're going to find on the channel. He actually did a challenge over the summer months where he was giving people an opportunity to head out and learn something quick, come back in, leave a comment for the purpose of a giveaway that was happening on the channel every single day. This creator as well is very community service oriented, if that makes any sense, community minded in all ways that you can be. You'll get that idea when you catch the skipper on his channel. There he is in his thumbnails right there. Lots of collectibles of value, a little bit of variety in the shorts here, getting into 800 views, one over 1700, which is great to see, and then live streams on the channel as well. There's a skipper right there. He's often got StreamYard panels though with other guests that come on, and there's a lot of history here as well, both in the conversation and the subjects that the Numismaniac will bring up during those live streams. I'm going to show you a channel right now, and you might wonder why on earth am I going to show this to you in January, but if we look at Santa Claus, North Pole, Canada, we're going to see another special channel that comes to us from the same creator behind the Numismaniac, and this channel is actually active all year. I thought it was only active during the Christmas months, you know, leading up to Christmas season and everything else, but no, they actually get involved in Christmas in July and are prepared to help anybody that can be benefited by something like this year-round. Basically, what happens here is we can get messages to and from Santa Claus. I'm looking for a rollover here that's going to work for me. So you can imagine that this obviously can bring joy to a lot of different people for a lot of different reasons. And I'm glad that we have a channel like this in the Tuber Chat family. But the Numismaniac's been with us for years. Probably 4 years by now, pretty close to it, and obviously cares very much about the YouTube community and community in general. You'll get that idea when you get to his other channel. So 398 subscribers. He's literally knocking on the door for 400 right now, so I hope we'll get him a couple of extra subscribers onto Santa Claus North Pole Canada and get that channel moving as well. Driving Daily, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Day One Walks, I'm just about to put you on the wheel. I'm always delayed when I'm talking. Crystal Sparkle's going to come up right now. A very encouraging and enthusiastic creator. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So I see Kathy Payne is in the house as well. I've got you on the wheel. I'm just going to catch up with the chat. But I see that... Oh, pardon me. I lost a comment in the chat here. Where Cali Girl Crochet was asking Crystal Sparkle, how do we swap playlists? So the idea behind playlists, and I'll talk about memberships in a moment because I know Cruising on the High Season Travel is asking about that. Swapping playlists is a simple arrangement where you're willing to run an entire playlist of somebody else's videos, and obviously in return they're going to run an entire playlist of your videos. And you can see the obvious benefit when you get a lot of different people running an entire playlist of your videos. Your watch hours are going to go up. But the reason we push it so hard here in Tuber Chat is that when you build a friendship with somebody, they're going to be there for most of what you're going to come up with in the future. And when you think about that, this is how your watch hours will grow exponentially, and that's where your strong and solid foundation for your channel comes from. 99 Midnight Gamer, good to see you here. Ruthie's This and That family, good to have you in the house as well. Swapping playlists can be beneficial even to monetize channels for a couple of reasons. First of all, when we run a playlist, we're running every video from beginning to end, so that can help your retention or average time viewed per video, if that makes sense. And then as well, like I said, it's the friendships that are built, right? So somebody will be there for you in the future after you've done something for them. And the idea, obviously, is the psychology. You'll hear me talk about generosity a million times during these streams. The idea that we have to be willing to give much more to others than we expect to receive. And I'm very serious about that, but it's true. And if we are, then you will hear in the stories that I tell here over the last 4.5 years about how that comes back so overwhelmingly much that it exceeds what we expected in the first place when we started doing these kind of things, if that makes sense. So swapping playlists is an easy, I call it a collaboration. I use that word loosely, but it's an idea that is very simple because you're only obligated to run the playlist. You don't necessarily have to sit and watch every single second of every single video. Lots of people do it while they work, while they sleep, while they eat, while they go out. And, as many comments or likes as possible is always helpful for the other creator in the spirit of doing as much as we can for them. But swapping playlists is something that really helps, so we just, talk about it often here. I bring it every day. Kelly, good to see you in the house. Deb S. the Pug Mama Quilter is also here. Greenland Quilter Katie, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but always appreciated. And then I'll talk about memberships for a second, just because Cruising on the High Season Travel asked about that. And then I'm going to put up Driving Daily after we talk about Crystal Sparkle's content and Greenland Quilter Katie as well. I see Lisa J. Stocks in the house. I'm going to get them on the wheel. And over the course of the stream, things speed up. So it doesn't seem like I'm going through channels too quickly right now. But if you have the time to stick around for a little while, you'll see that we start moving faster and faster. I missed the super chat from my Bring It Every Day. That's Kelly. She's been a friend of ours since the beginning as well, probably beyond 4 years now. So thank you for that. And I'm lucky enough to catch her live frequently. I caught her, I don't know, yesterday or the day before. I don't think it was this morning. And she's on all the time. And not to mention, she's on with other creators as well. So very helpful to others. And I always joke with her about vinyl records when she goes through things like flea markets and different areas like that. But thank you, Scratch and PPA. You know, I think everybody can agree, if it wasn't for our moderators, these streams wouldn't be what they are. Sometimes I'm sure I make things look easy to a point, but it's only with a lot of help that we've been able to come up with the things we do here, let's just say. So I'll rifle through another idea. Cruising on the High Season Travel earlier asked about memberships. Now, I never want to solicit that here. They're absolutely unnecessary, same as super chats. I appreciate them when they do come in. There's a lot of ways to support your favorite creators. There's a lot of ways to support this channel as well. The likes matter, the shares matter, you know, the comments on the live streams afterwards, the couple of videos we've got on the channel, and all of the chat messages and conversations here, and then the word of mouth that I know everybody puts out all the time, which I really appreciate as well. Lots of ways to support somebody. But when we talk about memberships, so you look at monetized channels join button, and then you'll see if they have more than one level of membership, they'll lay out what the perks are. Meaning little bonuses that somebody might get. They don't have to be little, but here in Superchat, I consider them small bonuses. Like, for instance, I don't think I even say it on the page when you look under the memberships, but we always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Even if I take a few names off over the course of the stream, I always put members back on. And then we've got a couple of different levels. So a basic membership of what should be $4.99, at least Canadian or American, is simply the emojis and the idea that you get onto the wheel. Obviously your name is green, and I try to change up those emoji badges, we call them, every once in a while, just to have a little fun. It's obviously winter now. I'm in Canada, so snowflakes seem to be somewhat appropriate. I know not everybody celebrates Christmas, and soon we'll do some hearts for Valentine's Day or something like that. And then silver members here have their channel seen every single day, whether they're here or not. And what that means is that when I put on a screen like this, at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, you get to see different channels that have been silver members, like Brown Girl Bella.
And
then other creators should drop there as well. Everybody's very clear. Please don't have to I don't think it helps as much as everybody thinks it does, but I also understand that it might help more than I think it does. So, you know, I'm grateful when I'm on a phone, grab that family membership, but again, I just don't want to solicit that kind of thing. I just wanted to mention these things. But thank you, Cruising on the High Season Travel, for asking Rob about that. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I know Together We Travel came in. And my best recommendation, because I know we have some new channels, is the idea that taking your time, meeting people one by one, and making the first move is really what makes things happen here. When you reach out to other creators first and do all the things you wish they would do for you, you know that here more times than not, they're going to turn around and do the same thing for you. Some will go over and above. We've got lots of stories about that as well. And then did something happen that I didn't realize? Oh, yes, I'm sorry. I pressed a button and I forget that the the videos play when I do that. I got the Stream Deck hooked up, and there's a feature in there that allows me to play those pre-recorded clips like this. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention TuberChat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. That's literally just to save my voice over the stream so that we can stay for 3 hours, because I say a lot of the same things over and over and over again. But there's a button I have to press every time we go into another screen, and I forgot to press it, so it plays like 3 of them at the same time. So someday I'll have that fixed, but I don't make the mistake often enough to have to worry about it. I just do it once in a while. And then yeah, Lenny the Lawyer Live, you've done that a million times. Absolutely unnecessary, my friend. And Crystal Sparkle's up on the screen right now. So this is an incredibly enthusiastic creator. And, you know, I will probably forever remember that she is most excited, it seems, for Christmas and the idea of Vlogmas, which she took part in. So I'm just going to grab the latest video here. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. And that's a different kind of video on this channel. She did a lot of vlogging, gave us a real look into her life. Crystal Sparkle's been with us many months now and is always extremely active in the chat, for which I'm grateful. Whenever we engage true conversation in anybody else's premieres or live streams, we're sending true engagement signals into the algorithm, and that can help YouTube understand that our content is truly engaging and worthy of being pushed out a little bit more. Now, Crystal Sparkle typically goes to a lot of conventions. Sometimes they take us to other outdoor adventures as well, but there are a lot of charity auctions here, a lot of live performances, a lot of cosplay, particularly My Little Pony, and you'll get an idea when you get to the channel and go through some of her videos. She's got some shorts here with more variety, getting into 3,300 and 18,000 views on one of these, and then live streams on the channel as well. And this was one I was happy to... I can't remember for the life of me if I caught this. I don't think I caught it live. I think I rewatched this because I had to see what this was. Being in Wisconsin, there are different things that happen at New Year's around the world and even around North America, and I can't help but laugh because her enthusiasm, I can hear it in my own mind when I'm talking about her video. You have to see it to see what I'm talking about, but I hope everybody will go and watch that. It's a perfect video to connect with, a little bit longer than we talk about it, 15 minutes, but it's entertaining if you haven't ever seen what they do in Wisconsin at New Year's. Coffee Walks and Whatever, good to see you in the house. That's OJ and Deb. And again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. I think somebody asked in the chat about the Stream Deck. So without pulling my whole operation apart, I'll try to show you this. But this is the Stream Deck XL. And you can't see it very well because of my green screen. So it's kind of messing up the way that the buttons look there. I use only one screen worth of buttons right now. But my imagination tells me I'm going to be using a lot more. Actually, my girlfriend Kristen Welton, who a lot of you know, bought me a Stream Deck Mini for Christmas or my birthday. They happened at the same time a few years ago. And I still, Lenny the Lawyer Live is waiting for a tutorial video, so forgive me, I still haven't done one. But I loved it so much that I ended up getting the Stream Deck XL, but I just bought that. Works out to about $400 Canadian or about $300 American, probably a little bit less. But I happen to love it because it allows me to do some of the things that we do, like play those pre-recorded clips or switch scenes and mute the microphone or unmute it when I don't forget and things like that so easily. I used to work in radio, and if you've ever seen a radio studio, you don't have to be in it, you just see it on either television or a movie, the way the television studios look and things like that. They've always got mixers with a lot of sliders for the audio and everything else, but they also have a lot of buttons. And that's what the Stream Deck allows. So it's expensive in my opinion for what it does. And you certainly don't need the world's best equipment to make videos. We, survived for 3 years of Superchat before I bothered with that. But it was something that was a bit of an upgrade afterwards. So I absolutely love it. There's other ways to get that done a little less expensively, but yeah, I'm happy to have had it and be able to show everybody that. So, pardon me, Crystal Sparkle up on the screen right now. Hopefully everybody will connect with. Push her towards the 1,500 subscribers that she's thinking about. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. I know I've missed quite a bit in the chat. CGU Cinematic Gaming Universe, good to see you in the house. And I don't mean to have missed anybody. I think Tampa's Creek Homestead and More is also here. PK Adventure Travels was added to the wheel. We still got a handful of channels to go through here. I think we've got, yes, Driving Daily, Greenland Quilter Katie, Dusty Unicorn, and Create and Relate. I was almost about to miss your super chat as well. We looked at that channel already, or did we look? No, we didn't look at it yet. I just mentioned it. So I'll look forward to showing everybody these couple of cricket videos, because they did two. They did one where they unboxed the cricket, and then they did a getting started with cricket video, which is great. I love, tutorials and stuff. Paranormal Poet, good to see you in the house. I don't mean to miss anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. Lucy Warren's World, good to see you here. I'm going to try to move a little bit faster when we get back from a break, but we'll go for 3 minutes right now. Everybody can grab a drink or whatever you want to do. I'm going to do the same. And right before we do that, I'm going to play a clip for you from an interview series that we've got on the channel now as videos. These are anywhere from an hour to 2 hours long in an interview style, but I asked the creators for their opinion without adding a lot of my own, because, we hear from me every day. And they had really interesting things to say, very informative, and they didn't all say the same things about every single subject. So I hope everybody will go and watch the full episodes of all of these. But the biggest things are knowing that they have all been longtime friends of ours here in the Tuber Chat family, and they've all long passed their 10,000 subscribers. We've had a friendship that's gone on beyond 3 years now. I think we're actually getting a lot closer to 4. And I appreciate your friendship, Lou, of course, but I remember very clearly, I won't forget this, a conversation that we had. You were talking to me about how to grow over the course of all this time. And you mentioned the idea of coming into live streams in the chat, hanging out and having true conversation with people so that you can really get to know people and get known as well.
Yeah, that was way back. Looking back, I went from 0 to 1,000 to 4,000 overnight, and the 0 to I think it was 82 was a completely different crowd than the 3,000 to 4,000 crowd.
Right.
And in the live stream, the people that are in when you're at 4,000 subscribers aren't the people that you started with.
Okay.
And coming into a live stream, especially a live stream like mine, it's important to recognize the situation. There's a very good chance everybody knows that you're going to have a channel. You don't have to tell them. They can click on your name and look it up. There's a pretty good chance that everybody is going to welcome you if you come in with just a hello. For us, it's an aloha, but just a hello. How are things going? I had a double cheeseburger today, and start or jump into a conversation like that, instead of just coming in and self-promoting or telling people another channel that you came from, or instinctively trying to drop a link because you're desperate to grow your channel. You'll grow if there's 3 people in that live stream and you sit with them for 30 minutes and just talk about what you did the last weekend, there's a good chance you're going to get into the conversation that you have a channel, or they're already looking at your channel and we'll bring it up, and you'll get a subscriber without even trying. Less is more in a live stream. Blasting and marketing yourself in another person's live stream get you nowhere. And my live stream is loaded with moderators and tools. I have a team. I have a Monday meeting. Every Monday, a meeting with all my moderators. I have 11 of them. They all do different things. One is engaged in community safety and preparation. One is involved in making sure my content and links get out. Another one is in safety and security. Another one is just a meet and greeter. Everybody has a role to play. So coming into a live stream like mine, and I'm not the only one, coming into a live stream like mine and just blasting where you're from, as where you came from as another channel, or self-promoting, it won't last. So be friendly. I mean, it's a good spot to just say, hey, I went to the river last week and went fishing. It's a great spot to be able to do that. You'll make more friends that way faster.
All right, we're just about back. We're going to look at driving daily in a second. And while I said I'm going to speed things up, I just want to fix something that I usually do. I noticed that I put out this message, which is a community post to let everybody know that Tuber Chat is on. I always do it after we start because it's so overwhelmingly busy when we start that it makes sense to do it a little while later. What I didn't do this time was make it for members only, which I usually do. So I'm going to do that right now, and you see that we can simply make a community post. There's lots of different things you can do here, including polls and images. But all I'm going to do is copy the text that I always use for the Tuber Chat announcements, let's say, and then I get a list of all of our videos here. So we're on 798, so I'll just get that video ready to go. If I didn't want that video, I could put the URL of any video basically on YouTube in there, and then you can mention people. Like I see the Stock Explorer is here right now, so I could just start typing the Stock Explorer with an @ symbol. It would come up if I wanted to mention them, if I was shouting out their channel or something like that. I'm going to schedule this post, and it's going to go for today. You have to be careful because when you're scheduling, it always wants to do it tomorrow, no matter what the date is. So I'll go back to the 14th. I'm going to put it at 6 p.m. Eastern. I'm in Niagara Falls, Canada. Of course, I'm in Toronto today, but usually in Niagara Falls, Canada, and then I'll schedule it. Now I'm just going to delete the one that I made the mistake with, and then we're ready to go. And then you see, like I said, we share out lots of videos. Pete did his premiere earlier today. I was there, but I had to listen. I was driving. I knew that was going to happen. I had something important to do right before. When we look at Driving Daily, we see a creator that's going to talk to us about lots of different aspects of cars. They also take us around to look at a lot of cars. I used to call these classic car shows, but you get just as many newer, done up, and really interesting vehicles as you do with classics and restored ones and things like that. Driving Daily gives us a great chance to get to know him and does a lot of work on a lot of different cars. So the other day he showed us how to change a headlight. He does a lot of drifting. I'm assuming he's in these videos. This I haven't asked specifically yet, so we'll find out. But this creator brings us a lot of drifting. It was the first thing that a lot of people noticed on the channel. And once in a while, they'll take us to an abandoned location or just for a different type of video altogether. Shorts over here have done really well. 11,000, 18,000, 35,000, and then live streams on the channel as well. So this creator's been live pretty frequently lately, which is great. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these. I haven't caught a live stream from this creator just yet. Driving Daily's working on 1,400 subscribers. We would love to push them a little bit farther towards the next milestone. And thank you again for another super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated, of course. We got another overwhelming day today, so I'm missing quite a lot that's happening in the chat. Whenever somebody does drop a super chat or a membership or a gift or something like that, I try to thank them twice. And forgive me for the creators that have done that I have not thanked as much as I usually do. I've really been tripping over our beginning today, but Greenland Quilter Katie did the same thing, and we've got a few more creators to go through here until we get to Tampa's Creek Homestead and more. We always put super chats and memberships on the super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. Then we get back to spinning the wheel. Cruising on the high season travel, what happened? I'm just curious what you mean, that somebody has been locked out. Your message didn't come through, but probably because you said locked out. And then I know the Stock Explorers here. They're a moderator and a member. I've got them on the wheel. Izzy Ska is there. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Michael's Adventures is super popular. Yeah, we have to match the avatar in our search results when we're looking for a channel like that. His is a raccoon, so you'll get it right away. He features a lot of raccoons on his channel. Raymond Tacular forever. Good to see you in the house. And then please forgive me for anything I'm missing in the chat again. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. I often mention the idea that we have an average of around 100 channels that will come through every Tuber Chat live stream. For a few months there, it's actually been quite far underneath, so it's been anywhere from 70, usually more than 80, to getting closer to 100 lately. In the last live stream, 114 channels came through, which is really cool, and today we're super busy again. And then oh, the bot was taken out. Thank you, Cruising on the High Season Travel. Yes, I can put a fun command in here. I'll show everybody how to do that sometime soon. And forgive me, I missed what you said, Driving Daily. I will have a quick look back, and then we're going to talk about Greenland Quilter Katie. Oh, Lenny the Lawyer Live, there's lots more thumbs up, but the problem is a lot of our browsers, especially if we're on a computer, they don't update right away until we refresh the page and things like that, but I do it often. Oh, mostly just filming. I see. Driving Daily might set up a drift car in the future, which will be cool. Although I would love for everybody to be careful. I have to be honest, I would be terrified of that stuff. I am not somebody who needs speed or dangerous driving or anything else. I'd love to take a Lamborghini or a Ferrari out on a track one day, but that's about as far as it would go for me. Greenland Quilter Katie is up on the screen right now, and they dropped a super chat. They've done that countless times before. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Now, Greenland Quilter Katie came into the Tuber Chat family a few months ago, and I started seeing it was right around this time, so beyond 2 months ago. But I started to see, more like 4 months ago, but I started to see these videos that are like a look around Greenland. Lots of glaciers, lots of icebergs out on the water, lots of mountain views, really interesting here. Then I started to see some of the videos that typically come up, and I was mistaken. I thought these were cut from live streams. No, they're actually a podcast, which is really cool. And then over Christmas, they started doing another type of video where they were bringing us shopping, which is really, really cool. So they got quite a few things going on here. Obviously, some quilting as well. We got lots of quilting channels in the Tuber Chat family, lots of other channels that do some quilting as well. Shorts on the channel here have gotten into 2,000, 2,100, 2,800 views, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. So I missed the one they did a couple of weeks ago, but they got lots of friends on panel with them there. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one. Look at that grid. That's what people often say, right? Look at that grid when we've got like 8 or 9 people on a stream and this and that. So good stuff over there. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these very soon. I've caught them a couple of times, and hopefully everybody will connect with Greenland Quilter Katie. They're here with us just about every day. I see them out supporting other creators, and they are obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then Miss Canadian Scrapper, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active in the chat, we should get around to saying hello to everybody. I bring it every day as Kelly. She's been a friend of ours for about 4 years as well. Monetized over 2,200 subscribers right now. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Kelly is on every day, as a minimum once a day, somewhere, and usually in live stream. So I'm just going to grab one of the latest videos here. Perfect to connect with. This latest video, 4 minutes 27 seconds, is excellent because we're looking for videos that are 3 minutes or longer, right? We watch the full video, leave a meaningful, genuine comment. I recommend 3 or 4 sentences so that your comment is unique and she can find it easily, and then we give a thumbs up, subscribe, and put the bell on, of course. Shorts on the channel have got just as much variety as the videos that Kelly puts out. 5,200, 7,500, 8,900 on some of these shorts videos. This creator does a lot of different things, including a lot of fiber crafts and fiber arts. And she's actually taken us to out where people like, I wouldn't call it a knitting circle, where people are like doing crochet together in a room, like from before the internet. And then she live streams this as well. I don't know why my line is not all the way across for the last live stream, so I'll just put the replay in my catch-up list as well. And then you see that she's live. Like I said, every single day, sometimes, oh, it seems like it, close to every day, sometimes more than once a day, and with lots of StreamYard panels as well. She does a lot of outdoor live streaming. This is really cool. I don't think I saw that part of that stream where you're holding that up. But she's often out at things like flea markets. Oh, look at that grid. Like I said, 9 people on screen there. Kelly has made a lot of friends over the years. Here we go. Yeah, there's a shopping trip to Hobby Lobby, which we don't have in Canada, as far as I know. At least I've never seen one. So I have to rely on her for that. But I Bring It Every Day is somebody who is a dynamic creator for sure. Always does a great job of keeping up with her chat. And the conversation can go anywhere once we're over there. So even though she's on every day, there's something different going on, even though she's got the few same interests that she brings us for, if that makes any sense, between the fiber arts and the flea markets and things like that. There's Just Chasing Keto and More. I talked about his channel a couple times. Forgive me if I didn't catch it earlier. Hopefully I'm going to meet up with Just Chasing Keto and More in a few days with Rambling with the Brooms. Scott, we've all been out together once before. We're doing it again on Saturday. Dusty Unicorn is a brand new channel here in the Tuber Chat family, I believe, and I'm going to get them onto the screen next. So thank you again. I Bring It Every Day for another Super Chat. Kelly's done that many times before. Dusty Unicorn did the same thing. I just want to make sure I get the right channel. It's this one here, and I'm doing the same thing. I'll show you exactly what I just did. So I type it. I have a chat window that I keep open over here, where I somewhat keep up with the chat, and then all I do is the same thing. So @mention and Dusty Unicorn will come up if they're not in the chat right away, and then I can match in my search results. Because Dusty Unicorn, there's a few channels. I wouldn't say it's a popular name, but there's a few of them there. And then I know that this is the same avatar that I see right there. So I can click on this. I know I've got the right channel. And hopefully everybody will connect with Dusty Unicorn right now. They got 348 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 350 we know they're thinking about. And I'm just going to have a look at their channel. Now, I don't usually subscribe or watch videos while I live stream. So I'll take your latest dollar store video. I'm going to put that into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that Dollar Tree video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put your notification bell on like I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We're usually here at least 3 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And thank you again for your super chat. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. And then Create and Relate is coming up. I'll look forward to watching your Dollar Tree video. That's something that we do have in Canada. We've got our own dollar store franchise called Dollarama. Some of you would have seen that. I think they got 700 stores or something across the country. But Dollar Tree is something that we do have that, as far as I understand, is cross-border. And then AZ Highland Homestead. Good to see you in the house. That's another longtime friend. New Horizons Above and Beyond is here with us just about every day. Alex and Alex Wandern is in the house. Good to see you here. And Create and Relate is coming up right now. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Yeah, I am Betty J. Gather says their dollar store is $1.25 now. In Canada, our Dollarama store has stickers. So they make their own stickers with the prices, which is cool because it's on brand. It's very professional looking and everything else. But they used to start at $1, and then it went to $2. And now you can buy things that are $3, $4. And I literally bought recycling bin a few months ago. I guess it's a year ago now, and it was $5. It was the first time I saw a $5 price tag in the dollar store. So I am not looking forward to that continuing, and I won't get into too much story time, but I will tell you, when I was I remember being in a marketing class when I was in 10th or 11th grade, and it's the one class I remember from my whole academic career, let's say, but I learned so much there. And I believe it's that class where the teacher was telling us, in Canada we're soon gonna stop making pennies, and my heart sank. And I understood right away what that meant. I'm like, wow, that means nothing is ever going to cost 1, 2, or 3, 4 cents ever again. And there's not much you could buy for a penny in North America at all. But when we're kids, we used to go to the store and buy 5 candies for 5 cents and things like that. You could literally put a penny in a gumball machine and things like that. So it's a scary thought. And only recently Canada changed to where now we are rounding up, so you don't pay 97 cents for anything. It's always $1, right? It could round down depending on the number, but you get what I mean. But it's a scary thought. And then Canada got rid of we used to have $2 bills. I have heard that in the United States they're very rare, but they might have had $2 bills at one point. I know you still have singles because I've been to the States many times, but in Canada we don't. We don't have singles, we don't have twos, we have $1 and $2 coins. And in that same conversation, in that class, I remember that teacher saying we might have $5 coins someday. I think they've scrapped that idea because it feels like North America is going to get rid of cash way sooner than I would have thought. I didn't think I'd see it in my lifetime, but I think it's coming, right? So thank God for cryptocurrency and what the Stock Explorer is doing right there with the emojis. That's a joke between me and the Stock Explorer for Dogecoin, Doge to the moon. Of course, we're praying. And then thank you, Lenny the Lawyer Live. Always good to see you, my friend. Oh, Five Below makes sense. $5, yeah. And then I'm assuming this is what they used to call 5 and dimes back in the day. Henry Leslie, Vermont, good to see you in the house. Quilting in the Country, Lori, good to see you in the house as well. Yeah, $2 bills are rare. Some of our friends, like the Numismaniac, might have some of that stuff. Some currency. Still have $2, says Face the Ace. I can't remember for the life of me if I ever actually saw a $2 American bill. I feel like I did, but I don't know if I'm right about that. And then Alex and Alex Wandern says 1 and 2 euro coins. There you go. That makes sense. Yes. And then with the red stamping is where it's at, says Crafty Witch 232. Yeah, Canada's monopoly money, of course. We have all sorts of different colors. And then, yeah, Butler Family Farm says we might be the 51st state. I don't get political here, or I try not to, but I did actually hear in that same idea, that probably could have been the same, it was the same class, if not the same day, they talked about the idea that Canada may eventually become not the 51st state. I think that's a little bit ridiculous, but the idea that the United States could absorb Canada someday, again, I don't think I'll see it in my lifetime, but anything's possible. But in that case, it would be another 10 or 12 states, right? Depending on how they chop it up, if they just keep our provinces the way they are, which would make the most sense. We're already set up with premiers, which is the American equivalent of governors, although our premiers follow the line of command to a point. They don't just go off on their own and do whatever they want and say, I don't care who the president is, which is the impression that we get here in Canada as to what happens in the States, if I'm not mistaken. And then, create and relate up on the screen. King Morgan's in the house. I'm going to get them onto the wheel. King Morgan, I'm glad that you're here. I came in your chat the other day. You were live streaming. I think it was a video game, and I couldn't chat. So I was going to switch accounts and come in with my personal one just to let you know, but I figured I'd end up seeing you here. But just please have a look. Make sure a mod hasn't banned me or something like that. I promise you I've got my share of trolls over the years. But King Morgan is live frequently. And that's true, yeah. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures, our prime minister actually resigned, which is shocking to me. And then the race is on, so they got a bunch of people scrambling to try to take over for that party. But Yeah, I have a feeling I know how the election's going to turn out. Create and Relate is up on the screen right now, and this is the channel I was talking about earlier. They dropped a few super chats today, so thank you for that. Absolutely unnecessary, always appreciated, of course. They've done that before, and Create and Relate is bringing us actually a lot of different product reviews lately. This is a channel I'm still getting to know. They've just been with us a couple of months now, but if you have a look at their About page, they let us know they're going to bring arts and crafts, do-it-yourself videos, and then just about everything in between, including reviews. But the last two videos that I watched, both of these were of this Cricut machine, and I know what those are. I think my sister's got at least one. Lots of people use these for making merchandise or other ideas, and she did a great, thorough job of the unboxing video, and then another great thorough job of getting started and printing at least the first thing. But forgive me for not knowing whether you did more than one. Like I said, sometimes I'm on a computer, I'm like listening and watching at the same time, but I watched them do the Cricut vinyl sticker that came off. It's remarkable to me. I'm still amazed to this day that we can have a machine that looks like a printer that can cut shapes. It blows my mind. It doesn't seem real to me, like Wi-Fi and things like that. I promise you I'm older than most people probably think I am, or at least I hope so. But that still is amazing to me. But one of the things I mentioned earlier, Create and Relate did a really good job because they're using chapters in their videos. So there's a very big reason why chapters are so important. And it's not just because of YouTube, it's not just because of the algorithm, but if you ever search something on Google, you will often see a lot of video results come at the top of the page. And in amongst those videos are going to be chapters from people's YouTube videos, because Google owns YouTube. They can very easily cross-promote and use pieces of both platforms or websites, you know, in each other's format, if that makes any sense. So chapters in your videos will give somebody who's searching on Google the opportunity to find the exact little piece of information they're looking for in amongst your video. So these are very important. I was really happy to see that Create and Relate is doing this regularly. I probably didn't even catch on the very first when I was watching this video, the unboxing of the Cricut. I think I noticed it when I saw it in the other one. I said, I gotta say something about this. So that's helpful. Hopefully everybody will check that out. Create and Relate is working on 200 subscribers right now. They're at 141. They've got some shorts over here. One of them's at 1,300, which is great to see. And Create and Relate, obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And thank you again, Driving Daily, Greenland Quilter Kilty, Greenland Quilter Katie, Dusty Unicorn, Create and Relate, and we're going to look at Tampa's Creek, Homestead, and more in a quick second here. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. I hope I said hello to the Gambler After Dark earlier in the stream. I know Lenny the Lawyer Live was asking you if you know the song from Kenny Rogers. Obviously a classic. The Gambler must know that song. Gambler After Dark has some really wild live streams. Forgive me if I've missed anything in the chat, like I said. Now, Tampa's Creek, Homestead, and more also dropped a super chat and a gifted membership. So thank you for both of those. Again, absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated. My Life Sunny Side Up, good to see you in the house. And Tampa's Creek, Homestead, and more is somebody I'm just getting to know. They just started coming into the Tuberchat streams recently. They've got quite a bit of information on their About section, quite a bit of positivity here. And then we'll see what they're going to bring. They say it's a grandmother and granddaughter team, just living a simple country life. So a lot of our homesteading friends will be happy with that. I see you've got some winter weather there and a brand new video. So I'm just going to grab this Interesting. It looks like you're making a special cocktail, though. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up and get another piece of content watched. They've got some shorts here, and I always laugh because of this thumbnail on this one. And it is official. P&J's Homestead Adventure did a video where they show you how to change the thumbnail on a shorts video even after it's been published. So while I was watching their video, I changed the thumbnail on one of my shorts videos just to make sure that it works, but it does. These have gotten into 5,000 and even 6,000 views and beyond, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. They've got a few live streams coming up, so I'm setting notifications for those, including tonight. They're going to be on in about 4 hours from now, so I'll be looking forward to that. When did I catch you? A couple days ago? Yeah, hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these. They got a StreamYard panel going and everything else. Tampa's Creek Homestead and More is working on 700 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. And they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get to their channel. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Fairbrick Studio, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Crafty Witch 232 is up on the screen right now. I'm going to shuffle the wheel up in a few minutes here. So for any of our members that are listening or watching, just be active in the chat, please, during the next 10 minutes or so. I'll make sure you're on there. If I do remove any names, I'll just put them back. And it's time for me to add a name from our chat list too, so I'll do that in a few minutes here. Crafty Witch 232 has a really interesting couple of things mashed up together here. 3D printing and crochet in one channel. And it's really remarkable because some of the things, at least from the thumbnails, I can't tell what's 3D printed and what's crocheted, and I believe that's what the point is. One of the things that's doing really well on this channel is shorts. You look at these, they've got lots of different creative things that they've made already, but a couple of these shorts videos have gotten into 10,000 and 13,000 views. Deadpool, of course, yes. And then live streams as well. So they got a stream coming up tonight. So they're going to be on right after Tampa's Creek, as a matter of fact. I'll be on at 9 Eastern. Crafty Witch 232 will be on at 10 Eastern. And you can set the... we always set notifications for everything we see, premieres and live streams, whether or not we expect to be there. That's just... another signal of engagement for the algorithm and in the spirit of doing as much as we possibly can for each other. Create and relate. I'm going to have to double check if that's the case, and forgive me for saying that you might not be right. For the longest time, YouTube made it very clear that watch hours from shorts do not count in almost every case. However, I'll show you a trick. Well, we don't usually watch video, so I won't run it, but I'll just put the short up here. And I'll show you a trick. If you're on a computer, you could change the URL here. There's a word, shorts, in the URL, and if you change that word to watch, you'll see what happens. It turns it into almost a traditional looking video. It's still in vertical format, but now you've got different controls. I can give the thumbs up easily and everything else. So it could be possible that watch hours could count under different circumstances, but they would be at such a small level that I don't know if they would have any real impact. And you know what I mean, because the shorts are so short, literally. When we think about 4,000 hours of watch time, 240,000 minutes, that is a lot of shorts videos to go through. So again, I'm going to have to check. I've been corrected many times in Tuber Chat, so I could absolutely not be right. But when we think about shorts, it's best to plan that that's not the case. And then there's restrictions on live streams. They have to be less than 12 hours and things like that. The only number that matters when you're thinking about watch hours, though, is on the, earn tab. So on your earn tab in your YouTube studio, at least on a computer, there'll be a number with a slider showing you how close you are to your 3,000 or 4,000 hours. When you look at your analytics and you start to see other watch hours, not every single watch hour or minute counts towards monetization. That's very important to know. So we'll have to look for that, because I'll have to see if they've changed anything, but anything's possible. And then they say they got 100 watch hours for the Wolverine video, and that would be the other shorts video then, I'm assuming. Is this Wolverine here? So yeah, I'd have to, in my opinion, you'll have to look and see if those count on your Earn tab if you're on a computer. And they might have changed things. They change things all the time. And then, yeah, you could do 3-minute shorts videos too. So that could be something that has changed. And forgive me for not being certain, but I'm going to make a note for myself. And you want to do something just for fun. I use ChatGPT every day now. But I pay for it, so I have the latest. It'll do a web search. Do watch hours count towards monetization on YouTube under any circumstance? And we'll see what it says. Yes, watch hours on YouTube count towards monetization. Oh, I didn't put shorts. Ugh, pardon me. Oh, let's stop that and do it again. Do watch hours on shorts count towards... Goodness. Now, ChatGPT makes just as many mistakes as I do, apparently, so... Yes, watch hours from shorts can count towards YouTube monetization, but there are specific rules. You need 4,000 public watch hours, so that's something to think about as well. The term is public watch hours. Your videos can't be private or unlisted. If you take a public video and make it unlisted or private, you may lose the watch hours almost certainly. Watch time from shorts on the shorts feed does not count towards 4,000 hours. If that makes sense, if I read that right. Regular video watch hours excluding ads count towards the 4,000. Shorts views from the shorts feed contribute towards the 10 million views in 90 days. Now, again, this is just, yeah, I'm just playing with ChatGPT because I use that every day. But we'll have to see. We'll have to, I'll look it up and see if I can find any updated information. But I always appreciate anybody coming with anything that they know. Feel free to correct me if you're sure, because we always want the best information. And, you know, that's not why we're here. We're here just to talk about channels and connect with each other. I don't want to make it sound like I think I know everything or anything like that. And I strive to learn and improve like everybody here. Sweet Melissa, Coastal Girl 707, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I believe I've missed a couple of channels. I'm not sure if Joyful Julie... Oh, Joyful Steffies is here. Pardon me. Joyful Steffies is in the house. I think I missed another channel as well. So forgive me for that. And then it's time for us to take another break. So we're going to go for 3.5 minutes. We're going to come right back. And right before we do that, I'm going to play a clip again from our interview series. So these are listed in a playlist and as a podcast, as videos on the Superchat channel now. Each of them is anywhere from an hour to 2 hours long. All of the creators who are featured are longtime friends of ours here in the Superchat family, and all of them have long passed their 10,000 subscribers.
Don't forget the people who've got you there. Like, this is why I'm very open with coming on with Superchat, because I remember I only had, I think, about 2,000, 3,000 subscribers at the time.
Probably.
And I got involved in that group, and there's other groups as well. What you know, if you cast your bread across the waters, it will come back. You know,
Mm-hmm.
So always, and there's always somebody that I've engaged in on YouTube, totally different hobby, pastime,
Okay.
but we're linked by the ways. But they know somebody that's scale modeling, and they will mention me to them.
Right.
So there's always that as well. You've got to look at it as when you're building your channel, always try to give back what you've taken out of it. So that's why if I'm home night, you know, in a weekend and Tuber Chat, because I've got it notified, if he comes on, I will pop in, give him a super chat, and I make sure I get on that bloody wheel of crap,
There you go.
you know, and so that I've put back in, because remember I was there as well. I was lowly. If you remember rightly, that one day when I cracked that I think it was 20,000 subscribers, or was it 10,000 subscribers? Because you went up to 5,000, wasn't it? And I said to you, because I'm on 10,000, am I not allowed to be on your channel anymore?
That's right.
You had to change it, didn't you?
I had to change the intro. If somebody was to go back to the first episodes of Tuber Chat, you would hear me say something along the lines of up to 10,000 subscribers. But when Moz6510 Models crossed the 10,000, I had to change the intro for the whole channel so that I could say, and beyond 10,000 subscribers. And now we're here. And you've doubled that number. You're still growing now, so
it's very slow growth. Because as I said, I've taken a month. I wanted to see what a month would do to my channel.
Yeah,
and I was getting 300 to 400 views an hour, down to 160 views an hour.
Right.
If I look now, I'm getting 30 views an hour. So but I've done this on purpose. I wanted a break.
Yes.
I just wanted to step back. And now it's back in, and I'm going to start doing it all again now. So,
yeah, there's nothing wrong with the break when it's needed. What I have found is when we can get to a place of consistency, taking a week off, it seems to take about a month to get the momentum back, but it does come back.
Yeah, it does come back. But I needed the break. I really did. You know. And I think YouTube have cottoned on to this as well. You've seen a lot of burnout recently on YouTube.
I understand what you mean.
Yeah, it is a burnout. Yeah, there's definitely that. But you know, we strive to be better, and that's what it can be.
Yeah,
definitely
improving over time.
Improvement is it, and also it's good. It's edifying for yourself. You know, it really does boost you up when you get a video that gets 10,000 views. It really does. Like, you know, it's great. But there's also the work and the time you put into it, so it's rewarding in that respect as well.
For sure. All right, we're just about back, and we're looking at Yes Michelle Crochets. I spun the wheel before we went on that break there. Crafty Witch 232, thank you so much for this gifted membership. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. We just looked at that channel. And while things like that are unnecessary, they're always appreciated. We are going to look at Kaiser Gaming YT, because he snuck in there and dropped a super chat, as he's done a million times before. That's Chris's Clever Craft with a gaming channel. Gabby Critiques, thank you so much. Thank you for all the positivity in the chat as well. Hannah, Rebecca, I appreciate all the things you're saying in the chat. I'm not catching all of it, but I'm catching some of it for sure. I did step away for a second. I usually do when the breaks are on there. Peter Dell's in the house. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. I did remove a lot of names, so any of our members that are still listening or watching, just please be active in the chat. I'll get you back on there. Just Jason Keto and more, I wasn't sure, but he's here. Canadian Family Life is also in the house, as they usually are. And they're both members and moderators here. And then Mike and Rihanna's Adventures, if you're still listening, just please say anything at all in the chat. So, Yes Michelle Crochets is another channel that I'm just getting to know. They've been with us, I think this is the third time, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong about that. I've just been through one video right there. Maybe it's the second time that I have you on the screen here. So I see you put out quite a few videos in the last few days. What I'm going to do is take your Terminology Tuesday video. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. That'll give me another chance to get a piece of content watched. One of the things I like about putting channels on the screen here is that over time I get to know the channels, and then over weeks and months by hanging out in premieres and live streams and watching videos, I get to know the content. Shorts on the channel here have gotten into 100 and 200, on the way towards 300 views, which is great, and they're just approaching a dozen there. And then live streams on the channel as well. So they seem to be on frequently. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these live streams as well. I've always got notifications on for every single channel. And we see that Yes Michelle Crochets is working on 600 subscribers. So Mike and Rihanna's Adventures, I caught them finally for one of their Sunday afternoon live streams. They've been doing those for years. Old Lady Luck, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I've got Mike and Rihanna's Adventures on the wheel now. Jesse Miller Unboxings and more. Thank you so much for the kind words. She is a dear friend of over 4 years now. I just watched one of hers a couple of hours ago today as well, another Temu haul where she's bringing a lot of crafting supplies together. I thought it was a winter theme, and then same thing, I was like continuing to watch and realized you had a few things going on in there. Yeah, Peter Dell, the first live, I'd have to go back and look, it's still there, episode 0 of Tuber Chat, before we did a test run. That live stream would have probably only been about an hour, if I remember right. Now, you know, we could easily go probably 4 hours, but I cut them after 3 now. So Yes Michelle Crochets, pardon me, we'd love to push this channel towards the 600 we know they're thinking about. Kaiser Gaming YT just dropped a super chat. Thank you for that. Crafty Witch 232, thank you again for your gifted membership. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. They've both done these things before, and Kaiser Gaming YT is actually Chris's Clever Craft, a creator we've known since the beginning of Tuber Chat, 4.5 years now. But he is working as hard as I've seen anybody work on his channel. Almost 5,000 videos he's managed to put together, and this is a newer channel. He just started this. Let's look if it's longer than a year. 2022, so forgive me. Okay, so it's 2.5 years now. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is. Wow. 2.5 years. Longer than I thought. But in 2.5 years, he's managed to put up 5,000 videos. He is posting every single day. As you can see, it's impossible to keep up with the channel, but I'll try. I'll put another video on my catch-up list here. He's doing a lot of Fortnite lately, but he mixes the games up. He does something really interesting here, and I'll show you in a second, but we'll look at the shorts. These have gotten into 9,000 and 10,000 views. And then gaming channels can always do really well with shorts videos because it's so easy to chop highlights, right? Video gaming always has highlights. When we look at Kaiser Gaming YT, we're working on 1,200 subscribers, and they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. But when we look at the live streams, what Chris is doing on this channel, he's got 2 live streams going, usually for every single day of gameplay. So he might be doing a horizontal or landscape mode live stream like this, a traditional live stream, and a vertical live stream where he's got the camera and the video going because he's playing Fortnite on Android, which is really, really cool. And it's the first time I've seen a creator do that in the Superchat family. Might be the first time I've seen a creator do that at all, to be honest with you. Then hopefully everybody will connect with Kaiser Gaming YT. I'll show you his other channel, Chris's Clever Craft. He's got an interesting property. He brings us inside and outside for a lot of looks around, a lot of stories to be told, a lot of do-it-yourself videos, a few unboxing videos as well. Mostly outdoor content. He's got some shorts though here that have gotten into now this one 22,000 and it's still going. And he brings back the idea that we can not always have to pay for every single thing we need in life. We can trade. If you have skills, if you have talents, you can trade work for different things. He did a series where he's trading work for a car, if you can believe that, which I think is really cool. Chris's Clever Craft has been an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter on all of my channels, actually, for the last 4.5 years. 608 subscribers here. We'd love to push him towards the 700 we know that he's thinking about. Backyard Trucker is dropping a super chat as well, so thank you, Chris's Clever Craft. Thank you, Backyard Trucker, for those super chats. I'm going to get Marketplace Boutique on the screen right now. We'll look at Backyard Trucker in a second, and then Rushing Wind Mountain is sneaking in with another one. And thank you, Ruby, for the positive comments. Ruby's known as Rushing Wind Mountain and often referenced by name in the chat. And then, what did I miss about Tiffany Butler Family Farm? I missed so much in the chat. Yeah, Canadian Family Life, I put back on the wheel. I had taken Jason and Canadian Family Life off. I didn't know if they were here. That's why I keep calling out for, like, if our members are still here or moderators, then say anything at all, and then I'll put them on. Yeah, create and relate. Sometimes we have to refresh. I don't know if that's as helpful as it sounds when I'm saying it, but that's the only thing I can find that helps. Lots of glitches on YouTube all the time. Oh, are you on twice? Oh, I see, Canadian Family Life. Okay, thank you for that. Yes, I took one off. Shouldn't have said anything. I would have left it on there for who knows how long. Then Jody is the creator behind Marketplace Boutique. So thank you, Backyard Trucker. We'll look at his channel in a quick second here. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And then Lee from First Floor Audio is on the wheel, but if you gotta go, it's okay. I'll just leave it on for today. He's in the UK. It's 5 hours ahead of us, and Lee's been an incredibly supportive creator for many years as well, but I'll just leave that on there. Some creators I know are in the background, and you know, when they let me know that in advance, I can just leave the names on there. Marketplace Boutique is up on the screen right now, and this creator's working on 1,900 subscribers. So Marketplace Boutique, more than anything else, is going to help us with e-commerce. And if you read her about section, she's been doing this since 1998. She's going to help us with platforms like eBay, and she literally even takes us shopping to show us how to find the right things to buy and sell. When we look at some of her videos, we'll see she's collaborating with Backyard Trucker. I'm just going to, pardon me, take the latest video and put that into my catch-up list there. Then when we look at what she's doing over Vlogmas, she did a few different things. She also gives us a lot of tutorials now when it comes to our YouTube channels. So she's talked about promoting videos with the YouTube promotion system. She's done Canva tutorials as well, which are extremely helpful. Canva's a popular free website and app that I use for inspiration. I have paid for it occasionally, and I have used it occasionally as well. And then Marketplace Boutique definitely wants to help everybody in that way. Pure variety in the shorts on this channel, like lots of creators here in the Superchat family, where they are bringing variety into the shorts videos regardless of category or niche on the channel. And I am Betty J Gathers. I'm just getting your name back on the wheel here. And then when we look at Marketplace Boutique, we see they've gotten into 14,000, 18,000, and even 19,000 views on some of these shorts videos, and then lots of live streaming. So Jody will do these occasionally, but they are either on the water or by the fire or just hanging out. And the conversation can go anywhere once they get started here. Now, the reason we're looking at that channel is because Backyard Trucker, which is Andy, dropped a super chat so that we would look at Jody's channel. These two creators are supporting each other all the time. And I always think it's extra special when we have in real life friends, family that are supporting each other, because we all know how difficult it is to get our in real life friends and family members to support our YouTube channels. It's the biggest complaint that I have heard over the last 4.5 years. And, you know, I've seen a lot of that. I'm lucky. I've got a family that's very supportive. Some of them have done videos with me. Not a lot of them have experimented with YouTube channels, but a lot of times they'll give me things like, let's say, you know, we celebrate Christmas, we do birthdays and things like that, and they've given me plenty of things to support the channel, between the vinyl records some of you have seen me talk about, between the things in my backdrop in the office that I was renting for a while. They've given me lots of objects to help with unboxing videos and things I haven't even opened yet, to be honest with you, which is great. So hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat, but again, I think it's that much extra special when we do have in real life friends and family members supporting each other like these two creators have. Now, Backyard Trucker is working on 2,400 subscribers. He's also monetized lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. When he first came into the Super Chat family, I forget how long ago it's been now, if it's been a couple of years by now, maybe. Backyard Trucker let us know he's going to bring anything and everything that could be interesting in videos. He does a lot of do-it-yourself, and this creator happens to be a self-employed small business owner, a truck driver. He takes us on the road. Sometimes he does his own truck repairs. This creator's done really well with dash cam footage, 12,000, 13,000, 15,000, which is great to see, and he takes us on the road pretty much every day. And he's experimented a lot with the vertical live streams and had a little bit of luck with YouTube pushing those out as well. When we look at Backyard Trucker, we're going to see a lot of driving streams here more than anything else, and he does a good job of keeping up with the chat while he's doing everything else as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Backyard Trucker. Is it only a year so far? Yeah, forgive me, time's getting ahead of me. I've made that mistake a million times, but Backyard Trucker and Marketplace Boutique are here with us just about every day as well. So I start to lose track of how long some of our friendships have gone on. Thank you again for the super chat. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated. Rushing When Mountain did the same thing. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And Pup Groomer 20, who's here for the first time today, just gifted 5 memberships. So thank you for that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, like I keep saying, but always appreciated. And it's interesting to see the mix of creators that are picking those up. One of them's fairly new, but many of the creators that pick those up are longtime friends. We've seen those gifted memberships go from anywhere from a person who's been here for the first time only for half an hour to people who've been with the channel for years. You know what I mean? So it could be just about anybody. The algorithm takes care of that. But Pup Groomer 20, we always put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen in order. And then we'll get back to spinning the wheel, but I really do appreciate that. And forgive me, Peter Dell, I might have missed something that you mentioned in the chat earlier. And then Living Large with L Crew, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. Again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. We'll look at Pup Groomer 20 in a second here. And Rushing Wind Mountain is Ruby. You often see them referenced by name in the chat. This creator comes from the Pacific Northwest. They bring us nature and wildlife videos. And they bring almost an ASMR type of aspect into their content. What I mean by that is pleasing audio, pleasing visuals to go along with it. Their videos are varied, where some of them are 16 seconds long. Some of them go up to hours long. They've been known to do a ton of live streams as well, and experimented with both the vertical and portrait and landscape modes for their live streams. Now, if you look at the shorts on the channel, this is where we see a lot of wildlife in the most popular shorts here at 11,000, 12,000, and 16,000. And there's some humorous moments in there too if you dig through some of these videos. So Ruby, of course, is monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They've been promoting the channel as well, so they're up over 13,000 now. We'd love to push them towards their next milestone. And we will look at Pup Groomer 20 in a second. So thank you for the super chat. Rushing Wind Mountain again. She's done that countless times before. And Pup Groomer 20 is here for the first time. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Chaka, good to see you in the house. Forgive me if I'm not certain if you've been here before. I know you have a big channel. I peeked in the background there. But it's good to see you here with us. As a matter of fact, Chaka, I think, is going to help us, if I'm pronouncing that right. Oh, crypto channel. Interesting. Yes, I'm very much into crypto lately. Mine a little bit. I liquid stake a little bit. Computer Chick Productions, good to see you in the house as well. And then hopefully you're feeling welcome, Chaka. And Pup Groomer 20. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take one of your latest videos here, this folk style landscape with watercolor. I'm going to put this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put your notification bell on. As I do for all creators, that should help our connection stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here at least 3 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. I know the first video I took from you is an art video, but I see you say you dabble in a lot of crafts with crocheting, sewing, diamond painting. We have a lot of diamond painting friends, and then they happen to be a dog groomer and trainer. So that'll be interesting. It looks like I have a lot to learn on your channel. And then let's think about spinning the wheel. Thank you for those gifted memberships. It's an incredibly generous thing to have done. Obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here. So hopefully everybody will connect with Pup Groomer 20 and push them towards the 800 that they're thinking about. And then Keisha H, who's another longtime friend, is coming up. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then Keisha H is up here right now. Lifestyle, travel, family, and a lot more on this channel. Working on 1,400 subscribers. I can see I'm behind in your videos. I'm just going to grab one of the latest ones. I'll grab the longer of the 2 latest ones. So you get a few minutes. Every minute matters when we're thinking about watch time, of course. And this creator obviously is going to bring a lot of outdoor content as well. A lot of garden updates by the look of it. When we look at shorts on the channel, this creator's gotten into 600 and 700 views and beyond. You can see this is a dynamic creator just when we look at the thumbnails there. And then when we get into live streams, we see that they are live streaming often enough, not quite once a week, but usually every month, at least once or twice. And then the gloves are interesting. My girlfriend Kristen Welton just let me know the other day she bought black gloves. We're thinking about doing a couple of cooking videos to give it a try. We'll give it a chance. She'll do the cooking videos. I will help her film. She doesn't need my help, but we just want to do it together. But she bought black gloves. And I said, are you sure you want black gloves for that? Because when if I'm somewhere else and I make, like, let's say a salad or something like that, I am not good at it. So I will put on the clear gloves and then mix the salad as fast as I can, just throw the gloves away, right? And she said, no, if you watch professional cooking shows, it's always black gloves. So that's really cool. And I'll look forward to hopefully catching you for another live stream. They're probably due for one right now. They did 3 last month. And then it seems like it's been a month since then. So hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. We've always, like I said, got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. Oh, Pete can't be picking on anybody. Pete never picks on anybody. And let's think about spinning the wheel. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. So we still got a long way to go. We can stay up to another hour if everybody would like. Lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen. You can see that we're moving faster now. I'll try to keep that up and go faster as we continue along. First Floor Audio is here from the UK. This is Lee, and they are... Oh, they're going live. Yeah, of course. So they're live frequently. I think they're live 3 times a week-ish. Yeah, if we look at these, almost every other day. And this is a talented singer, songwriter, producer, and performer. And if you head into his live streams, you're going to see him doing all of those things at the same time. Speaking of music, Mr. Fulton Mraz always has interesting news for us in the chat, so thank you for the update. He always... gets involved in things like America's Got Talent, or you guys know the shows better than I do, I'm sure. The Voice, or I can't remember the most popular one. Mr. Fulton Mraz is involved in those things all the time for tryouts and everything else, so he's always got interesting things for us to hear. Now, First Floor Audio, Lee is going to bring us all of his original works in music videos on his channel. I'm just going to take another one here, put it into my catch-up list. He tends to put up an album at a time. So these come out occasionally. As you can see, there's one from 9 months ago, one from 8 months ago, but it's 2 albums worth of content and then much more before that. So we look at those randomly as well. Shorts on the channel. He's just done a few of these to promote some of the live streams. And then when we head over here, sometimes he's got StreamYard panels. But like I said, he's always producing, performing, singing, songwriting at the same time. Very 80s themed. A lot of synth, which I love. I happen to like that stuff. And I've caught him many times. He even has broken into song while I've been in the chat. He does this for a lot of people where he'll literally just start singing about your channel while he's performing, which is really cool. So hopefully everybody will connect with First Floor Audio. He has been a longtime friend. I've lost count of how many years he's been with us, and is here with us frequently. He's monetized, lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And Bella's Whisper Farmstead, Kristen is in the house. I'm going to get them onto the wheel. They happen to be a member. We always put members and moderators on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. So again, we'll take another break. I will stop talking for 3.5 minutes or so. Right before we do that, I will play another clip from our interview series. These are longtime friends of ours now that I'm going to play for you in an interview that went, all of them go between an hour and 2 hours long. But I always have a good time talking to the creators before and after as well. Danielle and James were living in Ireland up until, I forget if it's a year ago now, I think a little bit more than a year, and they've moved to Australia. So we talk about that in their interview, and all of the creators that are featured in these videos and in our podcast now are longtime friends. They've been with us for many years. All of them have long passed their 10,000 subscribers. You mentioned the idea of shorts, so that gives me an opportunity to jump right into that. So, in every one of these interviews, I'm asking about opinions, about shorts, how we can get them to work for us. But you're the first creators that I'm talking to that have broken off into a shorts channel. I also noticed that you took the shorts off of the original channel. I'm assuming you uploaded the same ones over there, and now you have over 350 shorts on that channel. At last look, it was I think your fastest moving short video on the shorts channel, which is Unstable TV Shorts, has 22,000 views, and you're already at 768 subscribers. So the biggest thing that I think people are going to be wondering about that is, how do you feel about your decision to break your shorts off into their own channel?
So the reason we did it in the first place was because we felt like the shorts were distracting from our long form videos, because we were getting a lot of views and attention on the shorts. But while we were doing shorts and long form at the same time, it's kind of like the long form was pushed to the back.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So that's the reason why we split off into a shorts channel by itself. So we kind of use that for just, skits and memes and stuff, and then we use it for promotion videos for our main channel as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you said some of our highest viewed videos on the shorts channel, they are clips from our long form videos with the link in it to send it back. So we just kind of felt it didn't sit right with our channel to have it all together. So we said we'd try and split it and see if it worked.
Yeah, because when we first put them up, we had like you're saying about the YouTube algorithm and stuff, and when you're watching the metrics go up and down. When we start putting the shorts up, the videos that would usually go up and probably after a week they performed the way they done were pushed to the back. Yeah. But how we felt from how we were watching our analytics, for anyone watching, do make sure you check the analytics out regularly. It does help.
Yeah.
And there is a research tab as well, so check that out as well. It helps with your channel. Because you get an idea where your viewers are coming in and what they're researching as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just a tip for everyone. On the main channel, it didn't sit for us, but even scrolling up and down and how it looked, we didn't like it. But we used the shorts as kind of a voice, say things you can't really say on the main videos that might not go with YouTube's policies. We have a lot of fun with pranking each other and stuff like that. What we have noticed though with our shorts, anything to do with relationships or pranks wise, that skyrockets for us.
Wow.
Or if we do say a trend of meme, sometimes we might get something and sometimes not.
Yeah.
But we've learned that shorts really help us have them crazy ideas where you just get a bit wild when you're filming on YouTube and you're I want to do this, or maybe this might look funny. It's kind of to make ourselves laugh and then just go that direction with it and just come up with crazy stuff then.
Oh, that's very upsetting. Very, very upsetting. Did I do a poll? I was certain everybody was going to like break-in from the Olympics. I was so happy when break-in was added into the Olympic Games. And I forgot to spin the wheel because I was distracting myself with that silliness. So we'll do it right now. We'll see what channel's coming up. Lisa J. Stocks is back in the house. I've got them on the wheel. TWP Popcorn left us a handful of comments today, and I really do appreciate that. Rushing Wind Mountain, we just saw. We'll spin again. I got to clean up the wheel a little bit better. I had Scratch and PPA off of there again for like half an hour or some amount of time. I've got him back on there as well. And look at that. Lisa J. Stocks is going to come up right now. So I'm really happy that we've got a handful of creators now that are going to help us with our finances in the Tuber Chat family. And somebody like Lisa J. Stocks actually been with us a long time. There's a good handful of channels that want to help us in this way. Now, Lisa J. Stocks is going to talk about saving, investing, building wealth, and staying out of debt, all while focused on the stock market more than anything else. They're going to talk about options. They're going to talk about dividends, dollar cost averaging. They're going to explain ETFs, and very forthcoming about their own stock plays and their own investment portfolio. And Lisa J. Stocks is now well over 5,000 subscribers, which is great to see and monetize. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And yeah, I don't know why my sound seems to be echoing today. Butler Family Farm. I got some kind of I switched webcams the other day. I'm going to switch again. I got another one. I don't know if it's beside me here yet. Oh, if I am productive in the next couple of days, I have another Logitech webcam to unbox and do a video of. And then when I get that done, that will probably be my permanent webcam. I'm using two different ones in two different locations now, so something's up there. We're cruising on the high season travel. Thank you for grabbing that membership again. I put your channel right on the wheel, of course, because we always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Izzy Ska is dropping a super chat as well, so we're going to look at that channel next. Because we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. When we look at Lisa J. Stocks, we see a creator, first of all, who I'm behind with. So I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That's that playlist I use to keep or get caught up with creators. Lisa J. Stocks is monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. She posts frequently, as you can see, usually at least a couple times a week. You get an idea from the thumbnails, and especially when I roll over, obviously a dynamic creator, but she's going to talk about these. Yes, we're freaking out in the crypto news as well. Everything has been down, and it's so funny because I follow several stock channels, of course. I follow a few crypto channels now as well. And when I look at these things, they point things out. They're like, listen, yeah, things have been down for a week. They've been down for a couple of weeks, and it sucks, and it's terrible, and we whine and complain and everything else. But if you go back and look at 3 months ago, everything's up, right? And that's the important thing. Lisa J. Stocks will talk about that kind of thing when it comes to the stock market more than anything else. And like I said, investing, building wealth, staying out of debt. And then shorts on the channel feature bite-sized information, 5,800, 6,300, 7,600, and then live streams on the channel. She collaborates with other creators frequently, and forgive me, did I miss your birthday live stream? I hope everybody will wish a belated happy birthday then to Lisa J. Stocks, and or did I catch it? And did I catch it and I forget that I caught it a couple days ago? Because my red line is there, and she was on with about that wallet, and yeah, I actually ran into them this morning again. Lisa J. Stocks collaborates frequently. Prez the Investor was featured there. She introduced us to a few creators, actually. And then, obviously, she's going to help with our finances. And I think that's so important because my opinion, like many others, is that there's not nearly enough financial education in our traditional education systems, but we all have to deal with money. You know what I mean? I think everybody should take cooking classes, everybody should take financial classes, and everybody should take a bit of I don't know, how to keep a home together, cleaning and, basic chores and stuff like that, literally, because we need to learn how to do these things. You have to rely on your parents to teach you how to do laundry and stuff like that, but it would have taken 2 seconds when you're already in a home economics class. I was lucky I had to have those classes when I was a kid. I thank goodness for them today. Took me until I was about 40 years old to start, looking back and caring about that, but I realized how important these things are. But boy, do I ever wish that somebody had been teaching us more about money, because we're left to our social circle for that. TNT's Adventures to Sea, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And Marketplace Boutique is in the house. We looked at your channel earlier. Backyard Trucker, of course, promoted for you, and then Izzy Ska is going to be coming up in a second. So Izzy Ska, thank you again for another super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. They've done things like that countless times before. Absolutely unnecessary, very much appreciated, and we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. And then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in a moment. I'm going to try to speed things up. It's me, Alec, is in the house. I'll get them onto the wheel right now. They happen to be a member. And then we'll see what Izzy Ska's got going on today. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And then Blessed to Crochet is in the house as well. I'm going to get them on the wheel. Pardon me just for a second here. And then that's interesting that Henry Leslie Vermont says they took a budget class in high school and they taught you how to do your taxes. I took a accounting class, which I quit within like 2 weeks in, I think, 11th grade. I thought that I wanted to be an accountant because I thought that's how you run a business. And I learned pretty quick. It has nothing to do with running a business. It is a piece of the puzzle. And I remember asking the teacher at the beginning of the class, are you going to teach us how to do our taxes? And the teacher's like, I'll tell you what, if the class goes well for the semester or the season, then if we have a couple of days at the end, I will teach you how to do your taxes. But it's just fill in the blank, right? So, easy stuff. But Izzy Ska is up on the screen right now. We'll see what this creator's got going on. They often will give us videos that feature elaborate animations and interesting music to go along with that. The creators changed up their content a few times, but if you read their About section, they let us know that they're going to focus on digital art and digital design with tutorials, and they're going to talk about the tools that we can use to make some of the things we might be looking for. They've always been known for these outstanding banners, avatars, thumbnails, and animations. When we look at the shorts on the channel, we see they've gotten into 300, 500, and on the way towards 600 views. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there, and they're live usually at least twice a week, sometimes more often. And they've got the conversation can go anywhere once they get started, but they've got quite a show. They go between being on to playing some music. They got conversation with other incredible supporters who are very much I don't know how to say it, very, very supportive of Izzy Ska. They've got a very loyal and dedicated audience on the channel of supporters. And then interesting, Izzy Ska. See, math is my thing. As ridiculous as this sounds, this is a true story. When I was in grade 8, I took in Canada we say grade 8 instead of 8th grade. But when I was in the 8th grade, that was when we were doing algebra, if I remember right, and it's my favorite thing. So I had gone through, our family would visit other families, and we would visit this one family, but they only had a daughter. They didn't have a son, so she's my sister's age. They would play, and they made me stay away from them and do my own thing. So they'd be like, oh, why don't you do some homework or something until dinner's ready? All right, well, I'll do that. I used to bring my homework with me. Then I sat there, and in the 8th grade, I did the whole year's worth of algebra. I went through the whole textbook within, I don't know if it was half the year or whatever it was, because I just kept doing it. I just kept working ahead for whatever reason. I really liked it. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it is a true story. Every other subject, no, barely scrape by, skin of my teeth. I'm a sponge. I can always learn, and 99% on any test, but I hate doing work. If I don't like it, then I just don't like it at all, and that was always a detriment. But I didn't have to take the advanced stuff, things like trigonometry and calculus and this and that. I never got that far. Butler Family Farm, thank you for the super chat. Yes, they're aiming for the stream boss, and forgive me because I never mentioned that today. It's probably rolled over at least once earlier. Let's get Butler Family Farm up there right now. Thank you again, Izzy Sky. Really do appreciate that extra generous support. Butler Family Farm, Jerry and Susan have both done that many times before as well. And sociopath, yes, of some sort for sure. Butler Family Farm, thank you for that. And yes, forgive me while I lose my train of thought on that as well. When I'm looking at Butler Family Farm's channel, I just watched another video. The last couple that I've watched are actually some of the tools that they make to look after some of the things they have to deal with on 116 acres of farmland. And this is really helpful because you'll have to watch the videos to see what I'm talking about, but sometimes we have to do things to look after properties and things like that, and it's not, as easy as it might sound when somebody's like, oh, why don't you just take what needs to be done and do it? It's like, well, you know what, we need to think about how to get this done. Not everything's so easy, let's just say. And I know a lot of what I'm saying is really going nowhere while I'm listening to myself say it, but if you watch these videos, you'll get an idea of what I'm talking about. Now, Jerry and Susan share the work, both in videos, camera, everything. They're never too far behind each other. Sometimes they do videos individually. Jerry's working in the shop. Sometimes Susan will be in the kitchen. They're always together. They do a live stream every Monday. We'll look at those in a moment. And often they head out to meet up with other creators, but between the farmland here, they got cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, chickens, cats, dogs, and bees. And then Jerry could be doing woodworking in the shop as well, and then they've got shorts on the channel that fall in line with their long form content here, getting into 12,000 views and beyond, one over 50,000, which is great to see. And then they're live every Monday. So sometimes it's Jerry and Susan together, giving us a chance to get to know them. And then this week they had just a ridiculous live stream. It was so busy in there. Yesterday, because they had a giveaway happening and this and that. It was like a wildfire in that chat. When we look at their live streams, though, sometimes they have StreamYard panels. Sometimes it's Jerry and Susan. I've joined them a couple times on their channel. Hopefully I'll be doing a lot more of that kind of thing this year. Sometimes they head out hundreds of miles away to meetups with even up to 80 channels worth of creators and supporters. You'll see a lot of familiar faces on their channel, and they'll introduce you to even more friends when you're over there. So hopefully everybody will connect with Butler Family Farm. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And yeah, the Stock Explorer has to be tired of me whining by now, because I literally, when the crypto market started to dip the other day, I literally sent them a message. I'm like, please make it stop. This is my first crash. I don't know what to do. I'm exaggerating, but that's the way I was feeling at the time. And the Stock Explorer has been involved in both stocks and crypto for a long time. But Nora, the creator behind that channel, is a member and a moderator here. So thank you again, Butler Family Farm. They took over the Stream Boss position. That is the Video game life meter under my camera here. Every super chat, membership, and highlighted milestone message knocks a little bit of life off of the stream boss. The last person to knock it out takes over and gets some extra exposure. And Butler Family Farm has held that position many times before. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. And thank you for that, Jerry. Yeah, I did just take it off right now. Izzy Scott and Butler Family Farm. Sometimes I forget I leave the names on the wheel for a while, but that's okay. And yes, Paranormal Poet. I'm not kidding. I've started, like, you know, I'm whining as much as anybody else about it, but I have the discipline to, you know, hang on and ride the wave. One of the biggest things when we think about finance, and I am in no position to be given any financial advice, that's not what this is, but just an opinion more than anything else. Crypto is very volatile, but a lot of people, including myself, are expecting a very big year. I have heard stories, horror stories in my opinion now, about people who have ridden a wave all the way up. Literally, a friend of mine got to $1 million in a crypto account and rode the wave all the way back down, because you never want to, you know, in a lot of people's minds, they never want to sell because they always want to go higher. And it's like, well, you have to be careful about taking profits, and people like Lisa J. Stocks, the Stock Explorer, and a few others here will be able to help us with those ideas. Cruising on the High Season Travel is asking, how do you set the stream to live chat only, so no matter when you join, you're watching live, you can't roll back? Oh, I see what you mean. Yes, I'll show you this setting, and then we'll talk about Blessed to Crochet. When you go to YouTube, especially on a computer, you can go to the Go Live area, and we're going to see the live stream that is on in a second here. Can I click out of here? When you get in, you have to click a few buttons. Just be careful to get in here. And then when you click on the live stream that you're on right now, or one that's upcoming, there's a setting down here called Enable DVR, and it sounds for Digital Video Recorder, if you think about the way VHS tapes used to work and this and that. So if you turn that off, people can't go back while you're live and see, like, hey, what did he just say? Or like, what was that channel he just showed? And you might wonder to yourself, why on earth would somebody do that? But there's a very good reason. Everybody here has probably at some point clicked into a live stream to find out that you're way behind for no reason. You just either accidentally clicked wrong, or it was a glitch and it sent you, you know, any amount of time behind. What I noticed is a couple people were coming into the chat on Superchat, and they were talking about things that made no sense in the chat compared to what was happening right now, or what I was talking about with the channel, until I realized, wait a second, they're talking about something from half an hour ago. Then when I realized I'd clicked on live streams and done the same thing, I was like, oh, wait a second, this is what this is. When I looked at that setting, I realized that's how we can prevent that. Now, anybody can go back over the replays of TuberChat. They're always there. I take the live chat off because I don't want everybody just sniping people. That's not helpful. We have to be connecting with each other authentically, right? But that is the setting. So again, you just go to your channel, click the Go Live button, and it will come up and you can access it from there. It's the Enable DVR. It's on by default. You have to turn that off. For myself, luckily, it just happens to know that I always seem to want it off, but that's an idea. And then, Coastal Water, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Dance practice sounds fun. I was lucky when I was a kid. My parents had us in all kinds of activities, so I would play baseball and hockey, and my sister would also play baseball, but in the winter she'd do different activities every year. It'd be jazz dancing, ballet, gymnastics, and all the different things we have heard a million times. When we look at Blessed to Crochet, we see a creator who wants to help others grow as well. Very much spiritual inspiration on this channel, and when you look at what they're talking about, they will let us know it's much more about the connection here than the creativity, although it's about both. I'm just going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. I thought I just watched one. Yeah, oh, from 3 days ago. Yeah, she posted 4 videos in the last 3 days. So hopefully everybody will connect with Blessed to Crochet. Obviously, somebody who's posting frequently. There will be creativity on the channel in between the spiritual inspiration, and then shorts on the channel as well. These have done well. 9,000, 10,000 views on a couple of these, and they've really just got, I guess they got more than I thought now, a few dozen. Yeah, they're posting a lot more shorts than I thought here already. Lester Crochet's been with us quite a while by now. Live streams on the channel as well, so I've been lucky to catch them many times. They actually did a special live stream for us the other day. They have the feature on their channel where if they do a vertical live stream and you're on a phone, you can not only super chat and membership on this channel, but they also have gifts and jewels now, which is the new system for another way to monetize on vertical live streams. In Canada, we don't have it and can't even engage in it. So not only can we not see it, we can't do it either, but hopefully they'll open that up soon. But if you wanted to see that, you know that Blessed to Crochet 100% has those features, and you'll be able to see how they work if you head over there. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then Oodles and Caboodles of Crafts, good to see you in the house. And Just Jason Keto and More is up here right now. Hopefully I'm going to meet up with this creator on Saturday, actually, with Kristen Welton and Rambling with the Brooms and maybe a few more people. Just Jason Keto and More I've actually met in real life a couple of times, and he is just as charming in real life as he is in his videos. He's got lots of these now, working on 700 actually, and his latest video just blew up. Look at that, 21,000 views. And even the couple around it have done not badly either at over 1,000. I consider 1,000 views popular for any video. You guys can let me know if you have a different opinion. I'd love to know, but I consider popular to be 1,000 views. I know not every channel in the Superchat family is at a point where they've got a video that's got 1,000 views yet, but I promise you, if you keep posting, everybody gets there. His latest video is a chaffle recipe. He's done lots of these, but he does lots of other recipes as well on the channel, focused on a keto-based diet or lifestyle. The idea is healthy eating, healthy living, and all of his recipes feature only a handful of ingredients. Very simple, easy to make, and most of us are going to have most of the things we need already in the house. He does a lot of product reviews as well, and these can give us some insight into the ingredients that we're going to need or consume and how they're going to affect us, especially if we're thinking about a keto-based diet or lifestyle. He will teach us different ways to change meals into snacks, snacks into meals, and things like that. He also heads out hundreds of miles away to bring informative content from places like Ketopalooza, and once in a while he will take us on a outdoor adventure, like a travel video, or he might unbox a GoPro, and there's a small amount of variety on the channel for that reason. Shorts over here have done really well. He's gotten into 5,000, 6,000, even 22,000 views on this one, which I've seen, which gives us a hint about healthy looking or grilling shorts. And then we get into live streams. We see Kendra there. We talked about her earlier. Another few creators join Jason occasionally. He could be on his own. He could be doing a StreamYard panel. He might be introducing us to other creators, or he might be doing a cook-along video, or pardon me, stream, with a multicam setup on top of it. But Just Jason Keto and More is live every Thursday at 7:30 Eastern, and he's got a vibrant community of supportive followers that will engage whenever we have questions and comments in the chat as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Just Jason Keto and More. Yes, Hannah Rebecca, yes, I love food. I really love food. I tell people all the time, I go, you know, I say it the wrong way, but I used to think, you know, I led a little bit more of an exciting life, but I was looking forward to the days that it would calm down. I used to be a DJ, and that went on for about 25 years. Occasionally, I do some of that. So did Jason, as a matter of fact, just Jason Keto and more. But I craved the day where I would do a lot less of that. When, even if I'm about to go out somewhere, with people, or if I'm home, all I want to do is sit around and talk to my friends. Yes, the truth is I never stop talking, even after Tuber Chat. It never ends. And I love to eat. Oh, my dear goodness. Now, we can learn, or I can learn, from somebody like Just Jason Keto and more, Kendra, and some of our friends that want to help us with healthy eating and healthy living, how to make better choices, of which I was informed today. I need to really speed up the idea of making better choices, but they can help us with those kinds of things. And I love, love, love to eat. Just Jason Keto and more is working on 4,700 subscribers now. He's had quite a jump since those latest few videos were moving. And then let's have a look at I Am Betty J Gathers and see what this member and moderator has got going on today. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And then, thank you, Hannah Rebecca. I used to work in radio. I didn't do as much talking as somebody might think when I say that, because I was actually a producer. I made radio commercials, usually using other people's voice. I would do some, but I did work in nightclubs and this and that, so on microphones here and there, and I've done my share of presentations. Actually, in 8th grade, I did really well for public speaking. When you do, you know, you have to write speeches and things like that. I excelled. I did spectacularly. I copied somebody else's idea, which is to make a fun and entertaining speech instead of informative, let's just say, and this person had won for their school. I just copied them, and I won for my grade, and then I lost. I didn't make it for the school, only because I didn't know how to project my voice at that age. The other kids were doing a better job of letting everybody hear them. I didn't know this at the time. All my friends were in the audience telling me, like, come on, we can't hear you, speak up, you know, and I didn't get, you're so nervous. You know what I mean? How old are you in 8th grade? 13 years old, talking in front of 800 kids, you know, or whatever it was in my case. So that's my excuse. I was nervous at the time. But then here at Tuber Chat, we've done almost 800 of these. And it's actually more, because I actually did a few before we started the Tuber Chat channel, but that's almost 5 years ago now. I Am Betty J Gathers is up on the screen. This is a creator that's never had a problem being a dynamic creator and projecting her voice. When you visit her on her channel, she's actually been doing a lot of vlogs. In the latest video, she gives us a look into her day, but you get an idea right away just from the thumbnails. I don't even have to roll over these to get an idea that she's a dynamic creator. And then she talks about healthy eating and healthy living as well. Intermittent fasting is an idea in her content frequently. Shorts on this channel have done really well. Now, I mention something often when I talk about Benny J Gathers, and the idea that we don't often see creators with talking head shorts videos that do as well as she's done. She's got plenty, over 10,000 here now. A few extra shorts over 13 and 15,000, which is great to see. But you get the idea. This creator as well has done over a year's worth of shorts all in a row. She literally, I guess, challenged herself to do 365 shorts and actually did it. So there's tons and tons and tons of these. But when we talk about talking head videos, now I'm not sure if I'm right about the term. I've been using it for years, but my belief is that when we do videos where we're just talking about whatever, then it's a talking head video. Talking heads, of course, is like the name of a group from the 80s, a band. If you haven't already heard them, you probably have at some point in your life, everybody. But my understanding is that's the term. I could be wrong. You know, I've been corrected a million times before, but that's the idea. But it is really remarkable that this creator's done so well so many times. Look at how many videos here are over thousands of views, where it's I Am Betty J Gathers talking about whatever the subject is, or giving an opinion, or asking a question, which I think is really, really cool. Live streams on this channel. She's been live up to even a couple weeks ago. She was challenged by Crystal Sparkle, who was in the chat earlier, to do 12 interviews over the Christmas season. And there's Crystal Sparkle right there. I also joined I Am Betty J Gathers, and this was an entertaining conversation. I mean, we've known each other for 4 years now. I Am Betty J Gathers has been with us just about from the beginning. We talked about moderators, and we talked about thumbs up, and we talked about our YouTube journey. I hope everybody will go and watch that conversation. But she uses that series to introduce us to a lot of other familiar faces, like Keisha H, who was with us before in the chat, Eerie Frog, and then Trish the Natural, who's here with us frequently, and many other friendly faces. So hopefully everybody will connect with I Am Betty J Gathers. She talks about living her best life over 60, but all of her content can relate to anybody. Let's spin the wheel. I see Mona did What is in the house. We talk about her all the time. Her channel is just doing fantastic and always has been. She's another friend that does a lot of quilting. And then, Lot 332, yes, cruising on the high seas and travel. So I never played at Lot 332. I was playing at a club called Menage down the street from there when Lot 332 was doing really well. But a couple of my friends are over there promoting and this and that. And I was over there for a few concerts. So one thing I almost never talk about, because I just don't think about it, I actually was involved very... I don't know how you put this, barely, but I was involved in creating a couple of songs. They're remakes of older songs, but one of the music videos that we made, which is just awful and, you know, amateur and everything else, but it's fine. That was years and years and years ago. But it was made at that nightclub, Lot 332, which Rob is talking about there from Cruising the High Seas and Travel. And I actually make a cameo appearance in that music video. All we did is film the girl performing at the time. And it's funny, there's lots of people just standing around and making it awful and everything else. But lots of people were dancing and having fun too. Those are, I didn't even put those songs on my own channel. They're out there, but I think I have them in a favorites playlist or something like that. And then thank you, Butler Family Farm. They are obviously an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated couple of supporters. And then Scratch and Pete PA up on the screen right now. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then when we look at Scratch and PPA, we see another beloved and dedicated moderator. All the moderators on this channel are longtime dear friends of mine. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels, and they all do different things. One of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity, and for that reason, when we visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, they will allow us to meet more friends and family members for our own channel, the same way we do here in Tuberchat. Scratch and Pete PA is known as one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 7 years on YouTube now, and I know just about everybody here will agree, if you've already met Scratch and Pete PA, that he is one of your most supportive creators as well. He is literally seeming to be everywhere all the time. He did a premiere today, because he does that every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern for over 4 years with perfect consistency now. And he brings an interesting twist on lottery ticket scratching in his videos. He pits 2 different lottery tickets against each other and offers us the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow him on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, which of course I do. It sets his series apart, makes it unique and a lot of fun to be a part of. And when you look at his channel, you know that presentation's at the forefront of his mind. His bright, beautiful avatar is matched by content in his thumbnails, which also give us a hint about the giveaways that happen in his video series. And his banner's updated every week, if you can imagine that. And then his video editing skills have been complimented ever since his first video over 4.5 years ago. And Pete, what on earth have I missed? Oh, I don't know what I missed. A month ago, Scratch and Pete PA changed his thumbnail. See how the question marks here on his thumbnails are always black, and then he changed them into colors? And I mentioned it, but I missed what that was about. I thought, for a second, I thought it was something important, which obviously it is, and I missed it. And then I mentioned that, and I said, oh, maybe he's just changing it up. Until now I wonder, because we've gone back to the black question mark. So there must have been something I missed. I'm always there for almost every day. Today I was driving while he was on, so I had to listen. But usually I'm in the premieres and watching the videos. If I have to miss one, then I sit and watch it too. But yeah, I must have missed something there. Oh, change of colors for the holidays. Okay, that makes sense. Scratch and PPA getting into the Christmas spirit there. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't put that together. And then he premieres, like I said, every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern. It is very fast-paced, very high energy. He has got one of the fastest rolling chats that you will find in the Tuber Chat family. He rivals those of Butler Family Farm or the Stock Explorer and a few select others. It is very fast-paced, very high energy, and a lot of fun to be a part of. Sam's Logs, Trains and More is sneaking in here from the UK. I'm just going to put him on the wheel. He's a member and a moderator. Our longest standing member, as a matter of fact, for over 4 years now. Scratch and Pete PA, as well, has expanded the content on his channel. This fellow Canadian took a trip to Italy last year, where he brought us some vlogging-style shorts videos. And these gave us a look into all the different areas he visited while he was there. And you see a lot of Italian lottery tickets we might not have otherwise seen as well. So I know a lot of people will be excited to know that he's expanded his content and brought us his very first live stream from Italy, which was great. And that's very exciting too, to know that he's expanded his content there. So obviously monetize lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. I feel like there's something I always forget to say about Scratch and PPA's channel, and it's not coming to me right now. But we see him every day. If you can imagine, we are approaching 800 episodes of Tuber Chat. So I spaced out the next couple. It's going to be almost 2 weeks from now, the 800th episode. But we'll do something special. And if you can imagine, Scratch and PPA has been here over 750 times for the entirety of the stream, which is unbelievable. I have no choice but to shake my head and look up at the sky and thank God for Pete's friendship and how much he supports everybody as well. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay, because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Course, my microphone is muted. I was about to say Face the Ace match mentions the idea of winning the lottery in Allentown, Pennsylvania, which is great. I spent some time there when I was a DJ, I don't know, during the mid-2000s, and there was a club called Sub-Zero, and I can't remember the other place. It's got a bunch of clubs and a restaurant in it or whatever. Thank you, Scratch and PPA. Yeah, I caught that after. But Allentown, Pennsylvania was good to me. I spent a lot of time in Harrisburg as well. And, yeah, don't even remember if I actually played in Philadelphia, except for once many years before that. But anyway, thank you for that, Face the Ace. And forgive me for getting distracted and letting my mind wander while I'm talking here. Memories, right? I always enjoyed my time in the States. PK Adventure Travels is up on the screen right now. They do a great job with a few different things, actually. I'm getting to know this channel now. Ryan's done the last couple of videos here, and they bring us some cruise news, but some of it's heartbreaking. One of the latest ones I saw about somebody accidentally racking up a $1,300 phone bill. $1,300 to me is bad enough, but to our American friends, my dear goodness, is much more than I'm thinking about. And I'll let you watch that video to see what I'm talking about. But these creators head out for some travel and some cruising. They do a really thorough job when they're bringing us through things like a ship tour and bringing us their experiences. So I hope everybody will connect with PK Adventure Travels. And when we look at shorts on this channel, we see that these have moved into 10,000 views and beyond, one over 12,000, which is great to see. They're working on 900 subscribers. They're literally going to have it any time. They might even get it today. They'll be officially on the road to 1K, which is exciting. And they've got live streams as well. Now, hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these. It's been a month already, but they've got them coming up. One's tomorrow. So hopefully I'll catch you for that. I should be around. There's no reason why I shouldn't be able to catch that. I've got the notification on for the stream and the notification on for the channel, like always. And Twin Brick Acres, good to see you in the house. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. I'm going to really have to move it now because I don't want to go too far over time. We've got about 20 minutes to go. I'll try to rifle through as many channels as I can. We'll spin the wheel and see who's coming up next. And then we'll take a break for 3.5 minutes again. I've got one more clip to play for you from our interview series. These, again, are videos on the Superchat channel now. They're listed in a playlist and as a podcast. Each of them goes for 1 hour to 2 hours long. I tried to ask the creators for their opinion without adding a lot of my own. And the most important thing is that all these creators have been longtime friends of ours here in the Superchat family, and they've all long passed their 10,000 subscribers. So, Edna, thank you for all of this. You mentioned comments earlier quickly, and that's one of the things that comes up in every interview. Of course, we're going to talk about likes, views, subs, and everything else, but comments are a very important part of our interaction with our audience. So what can you tell us in your experience of 8 years now about how to entice more comments on your video shorts and streams?
I can't remember who told me this, but years ago somebody told me, I think I was watching like somebody that I always watched, and one of the things that they said to grow your channel was to always give your audience a job to do.
Okay.
Always give them a call to action, because that's going to keep the people engaged. So if I'm talking about cruising, you know, and then you just kind of have to know how to just ease it into your sentence. So it's like, you know, thanks for watching, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. But then also, if I'm talking about a specific thing like the slot pool, I'll say, you know, have you ever participated in a slot pool? Leave a comment, let me know. And say that. And it's like you're just saying it so naturally that people aren't even realizing that you're making them be engaged, because now they want to tell you their experience.
Yes.
The slot pool. If I'm doing regular life vlogs, like I'm notorious for not liking to try new things. So everybody's always trying to make me eat new foods, and I'm like, you know, have you ever eaten this? What did you eat? But you know, we have a big debate about grits. I don't know if you eat grits. You know, does sugar go on grits, sugar or salt? So that's always, you know, give people something to talk about, and they'll have to, you know, give you their experience. Another thing is to sort of have like an intro and an outro. If I'm doing a live stream or whatever, it's just like, hey guys, come in. If I'm doing a video, it's, you know, hey guys, happy whatever day it is. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back. if I'm doing a sit down video, then I say, hey guys, welcome back. Thank you for clicking this video. Because I feel like a sit down is so much different than a vlog. With
Certainly.
the vlog is like me talking to my friends. Hey y'all, this is what we're going to Target today. Let's walk around Target. But if I'm sitting down, that means I'm doing something real specific. I'm only talking about what the topic is. So Thank you for clicking this video, because you have an interest in this particular topic.
All right, we're just about back. Forgive me, I clicked something while we were gone there, and oh, Coastal Waters coming up. Oh, thought I was losing track of what channel was going to be there. This thing that I use, the wheel, is from wheelofnames.com. Anybody can use this for free. Lots of our friends use this exact website now. And I'll never remember where I first saw it, another YouTube channel. But what happens is you see that I spin the wheel and then we pick names to go on the screen. And what happens is, if you can see this, I know it's tough on a phone because the text is so small, but they've got this results area. So what happens is, like, I spin the wheel, whoever comes up goes into this results area, but I refreshed it while we were on break there, so all the names disappeared on the results, so I don't know who I picked. Luckily, I copied and pasted Coastal Water, but that's just something to think about if you're going to use that kind of thing. Like I said, it's a brand new website. Oh, and then thank you, Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. Yeah, I expect that most people are not going to look at our front pages. Here in the Tuber Chat family, lots of people likely are, because we are literally focused on looking at each other's channels, like learning about each other. But average viewers, I don't think very often... I don't think it's as often as everybody thinks it is that they look at our front pages, although it's probably more often than I think it is. Hannah Rebecca, sorry, no, I don't have your channel on the screen right yet. I'm not sure how many more we're going to be able to get to. I keep talking today instead of talking about channels, so I'll start to move it a little bit faster and we'll see what we can do. Coastal Water is a longtime dear friend, her and her husband, Backlash Fisherman. They bring similar content, as a matter of fact. And as a matter of fact, Hannah Rebecca, yes, I'm going to put you on the wheel right now. I've got a list in the background here from Streamlabs. Pardon me, that I know I'm dancing back and forth here. That helps me keep track of how active everybody has been in the chat. So it definitely is your turn to be added right now, and I did promise I would add at least another name. When we look at Coastal Water, pardon me, her husband and her make similar content. They are always supporting each other, and this is another example, like I say, about how I find it extra special when we do have in real life friends and family members supporting each other wholeheartedly. So they're on each other's channels all the time. Coastal Water is known for cooking videos. Her husband does similar. She's also known once in a while for taking us on an outdoor adventure. She might do some unboxing or some variety in her shorts videos. One's got 10,000, which is great to see. Live streams on the channel feature a lot of car confessions here, and her husband does similar content. So sometimes they're together. Panda's often, there she is in the background there, and these creators are sometimes doing StreamYard panels like this, so very much supporting each other and on each other's channels all the time. I just can't stress that enough. Sometimes Coastal Water will live stream a cooking video too. Cooking with Coastal, she calls it. And then when we look at Backlash Fisherman, I put these channels up together because they've both been incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters. Between the couple, one of them almost always has a membership here. Pardon me, Fishing First on this channel. This creator, Matt, is a first responder, and he takes us fishing in all the different ways that you can. He also takes us on his travels. When we get into shorts videos, it's pure variety, but he's gotten into 4,000 and even 6,000 views on these. Then live streams feature similar content to what we saw from his wife's channel. A lot of ride-along streams like this. He has some hobby hangouts where he brings up other StreamYard panels or panelists. Sometimes he takes us fishing, and then he's got a series somewhere around here called Cooking with Backlash. And if you dig through some of the videos, some of the older live streams from last year were a lot of cooking streams. So it's cool to see a husband and wife sharing responsibilities around the home and in the kitchen as well. And then let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen in a quick second. And we'll look at Cruising on the High Seas and Travel right now. And I'll just fire through these channels as quick as I can. Cruising on the High Seas and Travel is a longtime friend. Rob is bringing us a lot of things that I recognized because this fellow Canadian has a lot of the same chains and franchises that I do. He's doing a lot of food reviews lately, so that's in between travel content, but I imagine that it can be considered a part of travel because anybody that was visiting another city or another area might be interested to know about what they're going to be experiencing, even in the realms of food. Wherever they're going to go, if that makes any sense. So you get an idea. Most of this I recognize, not every single thing. And then Cruising on the High Season Travel is posting frequently as well. So they've got a couple of premieres ready to go, one tomorrow. And then it seems they're posting every few days, which is great to see. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 1,800 and 2,400 views and beyond, and then live streams over here as well. Lots of live streams coming up. Hopefully I'll catch you for some of these. You got one coming up in a couple of days as well. So Thursday we'll expect a stream talking about travel hacks, actually, so that should be informative. And obviously Cruising on the High Season Travel is not only a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, but somebody who engages conversation in the chat and gives us some things to think about as well. Derek Fowler, 1973. Good to see you in the house. We're going to look at P&J's Homestead Adventure right now, and I'm going to get Derek Fowler onto the wheel. P&J's Homestead Adventure is Paula and Jason, and they bring a lot of homesteading content, mostly outdoor content, actually. They get involved in a lot of collaborations. When we look through their thumbnails, you'll see a lot of Garden Tour Club videos here, and that's a real cool collaboration. A friend of ours, Gail Southern Living, she's been with us from the beginning as well, literally for years, does a really good job of getting creators together for collaborations like this. Collaborating in any way is a great way to grow your channel organically and rapidly, because every time somebody else features you or even talks about you, you are likely going to get a good handful of new subscribers. So I'm just going to grab the latest video. This is a travel video here. I'll put this into my catch-up list. And then shorts over here have gotten into 2,200, 2,600 views and beyond, and then live streams they've experimented with as well. We'll see if they're going to bring us some more. They have been officially on the road to 1K for a while now. We always say you're officially on a road when you get to a 100 milestone, and since they're long past 900, they're on the road to 1,000. We'd love to get them there. They're going to be there very soon. 977 to be exact, so they have to be getting excited. And then Derek Fowler happens to be a member. I think they picked up a gifted membership there, so I've got them on the wheel now. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More is another creator who's been with us from the beginning, about 4.5 years. This creator I just watched another video from today, this Timu Hall, and I still to this day don't know if that's pronounced Timu or Timu. I am seconds away from placing my first order on Timu. I haven't done it yet. I order as much as anybody on Amazon, let's just say. Try to keep that to a minimum. But Timu, I'm starting to see a lot more. I know it's been popular for a very long time, but I'm starting to see a lot more things lately that probably relate to my interests, if you want to put it that way. Obviously they got all the video equipment and stuff over there. You just got to have a look. Now Jessie Miller Unboxings and More will unbox just about anything on her channel, and she's got a lot of variety here, but typically there's a lot of either snacks or bath and beauty products or jewelry. And the most popular thing is crafting supplies, especially when it comes to collages and journals. And this is a really cool unboxing video. I watched this one and I thought it was just winter themed. She's got a few themes going on in here, and she talks about how a lot of the products can go together, especially when it comes to the idea of crafting, things she might intend on doing, and then she often shows us some of the things that she creates. I've got her latest video in my catch-up list. She's got a giveaway and a shout-out there, which is really cool. And then shorts on the channel feature a lot of products that she unboxes or things found in her unboxing videos. So there's the jewelry, there's some stationery here, there's bath and beauty products, like I said, snacks right in front of us there. So hopefully everybody will enjoy those. I'm sure you will. Jessie Miller Unboxings and More has been an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for the last 4.5 years. And the reason why I keep mentioning these things, I lose track of a lot of the lengths of time that we've been friends with channels. You've seen that even today. I've mentioned it And at least one creator was like, no, it's only been a year. I think it was Backyard Trucker, right? And sometimes I make that mistake. I've done it with Canadian Family Life. But I mentioned the idea and how long some of the friendships have gone on, just so that you know, especially if you're newer here in the Tuber Chat family, that there are creators willing to support you years into the future if we could all just meet each other. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More is an incredibly supportive creator here, but somebody who also does live streams occasionally. So we saw that for a second there. She's usually live every month or two, so hopefully she'll get one happening soon now that we're in the new year. I would expect anywhere within the next month or two, but we've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. And yes, Silent Silver, absolutely. Prayers and thoughts for everybody in California. We know that that is, to say the least, a mess over there. In Canada, we have a really hard time getting straight shooting news. Let's just say some of the social platforms can't even show news now or refuse to, and then we rely on things that I have to constantly ask, is that even true? Is that even real? And the stories, and I promise you my political fanatics on both sides send me all kinds of stuff to sway the opinion, let's just say. But I know that it is definitely not, it's definitely something that is a major disaster, to say the least, and ongoing as far as I can see. So yes, prayers and thoughts, but thank you, Silent Silver, for that. It's me, Alex, still in the house. I've got them on the wheel. And let's look at Leonica right now. They dropped a super chat. They've done that countless times before. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated always. When we look at Leonica's channel, there's a few videos here, and they let us know they're going to be doing a few different things: gaming, reviews, some food, more inspiration, entertainment of all kinds. When we get into shorts on the channel, they've done quite a few of these now. Some delicious looking cooking shorts there. And they've gotten into almost 1,000 views on one and almost 2,000 views on another, which is great to see. And then when we get to live streams, we see that she's live occasionally. It looks like almost once a week consistently, which is great to see. And I missed the one from a few days ago, but if you're going to do one on Friday, hopefully I'll catch that one. Leonica, working on 1,700. I'm hoping we can push this creator a little bit farther towards that milestone. And then let's spin the wheel and we'll get another channel ready to go. Kathy Pena is still in the house. I'll get them on the wheel.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like.
Now, I wonder about this. Forgive me, we're going to go way over time. I was trying to reel that in, but I just talked too much. I thought that we were going to be, I was hoping not to be a half an hour overtime, just because we have, like, you know, our moderators to think about and this and that. My voice is going to be done by the time we're finished here. But we are going to go through the next few channels. But I wonder about something, because we've been unbelievably, like, explosively busy the last couple of streams. Tuber Chat's always busy, we know that, but it's been extra. We've had more and more and more the last couple of streams. I wonder how many people set out New Year's resolutions for themselves to do more work on their YouTube channels. So I won't do a poll, but I'm just curious if anybody's done that, or if you've had New Year's resolutions which are still holding together. It's been a couple weeks already, but I'd love to know what everybody's New Year's resolutions are. I did not make one, so somebody asked me the other day, and I said my New Year's resolution is to come up with a resolution for 2026. So I bought myself some time. Thank you, Oodles and Caboodles of Crafts. Sam's Logs, Trains, and More has been a dear friend since the beginning of Tuber Chat, about 4.5 years now. As you can imagine, he brings a lot of train videos, and you can see that in the thumbnails, but he does a lot more, a lot of vlogging, some product reviews, unboxings, and he really gets into variety with his live streams and shorts. He actually streams outdoors outdoors at times. I'm just going to grab the latest video. This creator's productions have increased over the years, which is great to see, and he's now working on 2,200 subscribers. When we look at shorts on the channel, we see that he's done well, getting into 3,800, 4,900, and 7,000 views on one of them. I think that one's still getting views. And then live streams on the channel as well. Sam will sometimes give us some updates about what he's up to or what we can expect on the channel. He does some outdoor live streaming, and sometimes he does trivia games for us and really gets into the spirit of the holidays, as you can see. So hopefully everybody will connect with Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. He's our longest standing official member, but he's been a moderator all this time as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More, and all of our moderators for that matter. I'll spin the wheel and we'll get another channel ready to go. Thank you, Leonica, for that super chat, by the way. Forgive me if I didn't thank you. I try to remember to do that more than once. And then It's Me Alec is coming up right now, a very enthusiastic creator.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
And I see from Sacramento, Cali King 916 is in the house. Hopefully you're doing well. They've been a friend of ours for years as well now. Awkward Quilter, Georgia, good to see you here. And It's Me Alec is up on the screen, a very enthusiastic creator. Like I said, they reset and restart their content frequently. They got a few videos here. They got shorts on the channel. Lots of shout outs for other creators, and then live streams frequently with StreamYard panels, and hopefully everybody will connect with It's Me Alec. They're at 152 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards the 200. We know that they must be thinking about. They're here with us frequently. They've been with us for a couple of years also. And we'll spin the wheel and we'll get Canadian Family Life here up here. Tiffany is also with us every day, and she comes from New Brunswick. Some of her shorts videos you'll see will bring some of that famous Canadian winter weather, but she actually is known for a lot of grocery hauls, a lot of cooking videos, impeccable container garden, and somebody mentioned it in the chat the other day that it really is spectacular. This right here, actually, when I roll over, you get an idea. Now, Tiffany's husband supports very well. Her whole family does. They're in and out of all the videos and streams, actually. Chris has his own channel called Chris's Creation Fun. I'll leave it everybody to everybody to connect with that channel if you would like to. And Canadian Family Life as well does shout outs for other creators, Happy Meal videos, unboxing videos. This creator now has gotten into shorts on the channel that, like I said, have got some Canadian winter weather, and the most popular one here, 5,500 views, which is great to see, and all in line with their regular content. Basically homesteading type content. I would consider this channel more than anything else. I group a lot of different creators into that category. It could be farming, ranching, gardening, even other outdoor channels like hiking and camping and things like that. Lots to be learned by somebody like myself, a big city boy, let's just say, from a lot of our friends who do a lot of things in the home themselves. Like Canadian Family Life did a Vlogmas series, and one of the things I caught her for twice was decorating ornaments for the tree, which is a really good idea. I haven't made time to do anything like that in as long as I can remember, but I think it's a good idea. So hopefully everybody will connect with Canadian Family Life. She's typically live every month or two. We'll probably expect one soon again. We've got notification bells on for every single channel, and Canadian Family Life is not only monetized with lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there, but one of the fastest growing channels that's come through the Tuber Chat family. She got to 3,000 subscribers in barely over a year, if I remember right.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
And Face the Ace, I must have missed it if you said when you might be coming. I split my time between Niagara Falls and Toronto most of the time. I'm going to be spending a lot more time in Niagara Falls now. Hamilton is right in between the two of those. And then the Stock Explorer is up on the screen right now. And this is Nora. They are another beloved and dedicated moderator and member, same as Canadian Family Life. All of our moderators have been with us literally for years, and they'll all let you meet more friends when you're on their channels. The Stock Explorer does a lot of live streaming without a schedule, but they can go on whenever they want, and the chat just pops. They are really supportive to other creators, and they do a great job of collaborating. So they started the channel thinking about the stock market and talking to us about investments. They continue that today, and they often have product in hand. But this creator's really expanded the content on the channel over the last couple of years and got into a lot of lottery ticket scratching. They've got a series right now called Scratching with Strangers, where they're literally meeting people for the first time and scratching lottery tickets. People of different, types and aspects and cultures, or I don't know how to put that, but it's interesting to hear the stories that they tell while they're scratching these lottery tickets as well. Nora does a really good job of provoking conversation, actually, or enticing conversation while that's happening, and it keeps these videos exciting. I've really enjoyed these. The Stock Explorer as well has got some shorts on the channel. This is where we see pure variety, but they've done really well. 2,000, 4,000, 12,000 on one of these, and then live streams on the channel as well. These are exciting. They do a lot of lottery ticket scratch battling with other channels, so a lot of collaborating here. The chat just pops. It's very fast-paced, very high energy, and it looks like they had an exciting live stream the other day. Sorry I missed that one. I try to catch them when I can. Like I said, Nora doesn't have a schedule, but she's usually on at least 3 times a week at different days and times. And then working on 2,300 subscribers, hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards that milestone. And then when we look at the front page, we see at the bottom here, we see that they have got another channel called Tropical Buzz, where they seek to educate us about plant life, some of which is there, some of which they're gonna grow themselves. They happen to be in Florida. Hugo Homestead, good to see you in the house. That's another longtime friend. And Bella's Whisper Farmstead, Kristen, is coming up right now. I see that Face the Ace is going to head to Ontario in the summer. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And Be Amazing Sylvia has always got a few interesting things going on, including helping people with healthy eating and healthy living. I think I had one of her bulletproof coffees the other day. I think that's what they call bulletproof coffee, right? In the keto world the other day. I tried that for the first time. And Be Amazing Sylvia is one of our longest standing members. She's been with us since the beginning of Tuberchat, an original member of the Drop the Link Day crew, actually. So she'll help you meet more friends when you're on her channel. Look at that. I typed in Bella's Whisper Farmstead Kristen, and she's been featured in a video here. One of Geo's, another member of the Drop the Link Day crew, so they help people meet new friends all the time. So that's really cool. Pardon me for a second. And then, yeah, Be Amazing Sylvia, I think it's the first time I've had a proper, like, what I think is a bulletproof coffee. I thought about making it before to see what it's like. And I don't drink coffee all the time, but I expect to drink more now that I've got some. But you'll if you connect with Be Amazing Sylvia, she'll tell you what on earth I'm talking about. Bella's Whisper Farmstead Kristen is bringing homesteading on a budget. They've changed up their banner recently. They bring homesteading tips, recipes, how-to, and do-it-yourself videos. Occasionally you'll see Mike with Kristen or doing a video on his own, but these creators do a really thoughtful job about planning their videos. then filming and editing. The last 3 videos that I watched were these recipe videos, all of which they said came out better, if I remember right, than they thought that they would. And what I like about these recipes is they're easy to follow, literally simple to make, and only with a few ingredients. And Kristen does a really good job of explaining the process there. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 2,700, 3,400 views and beyond, and then live streams on the channel as well. Sometimes Kristen has taken us for a walk and a story to be told. Sometimes it's a fireside chat, and then I'll be looking forward to hopefully catching more of these. I got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as possible as well. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen right now and see what is going on with Derek Fowler 1973. And I'm moving as quick as I can. Derek Fowler 1973 has 264 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 300. We know that they're thinking about. I've just seen, I think, a couple videos from this channel. But they've got another one here. I'm just going to grab the latest one. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. I see they've got a cooking video here, which looks like it was a challenge, which is cool, a collaboration of sorts. A lot of outdoor content on the channel, and then shorts over here as well. And these have gotten into 2,000 and 2,500, which is great to see, and then live streams on the channel also. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. Yeah, I've got a lot to learn about this channel, but that will happen over time. It's one of the reasons I like putting channels on the screen here. I get to know them, and then by watching videos, I get to know the content over time as well. So we'll spin. We'll get another channel ready to go. Katie's Kitchen is a long time friend as well. I see Angelic Warrior 37, aka Mrs. M, is in the house. It's good to see you here. And we'll see what Katie's Kitchen has got going on.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share.
Katie's Kitchen is going to bring us some more grocery hauls over here, as well as cooking videos I see, and then shorts on the channel. These have gotten into 2,500, 6,600, 8,300 on one of these, which is great, and then live streams on the channel as well. So I caught them last week for a Minecraft live stream. It's been a while. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one again soon, and we've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. 6 daughters in a row. Good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And Hannah Rebecca is coming up right now. We'll see what this creator's got going on their channel. Hannah Rebecca does a really good job when it comes to vlogging. I watched one of these the other day. What did I catch you for? Oh, why on earth was I watching one of these if they're months ago? I'm way behind. I'm just going to grab another video here. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. I feel like I just watched a video. Yeah, maybe I rewatched something that was a little bit older. I'm often working on a computer while I'm doing that. You can see this as a dynamic creator, but she does a great job of vlogging in its truest sense. So she's going to take us about her day or on different adventures. Obviously, you see sometimes on the road, sometimes indoors, sometimes out on adventures or shopping. And hopefully everybody will connect with Hannah Rebecca. And they're working on 2,000 subscribers. They're officially on the road and getting close. So at 1940 or so, we'd love to push them a little bit farther. We always say you're officially on a road when you get to a 100 milestone. So officially on the road to 2K has to be exciting. Their shorts videos have done well, 700, 900, getting close to 1,000 on this one. But one of these has 35,000 views, which is great to see. Hopefully we can hopefully we'll see more as you post more and more. They'll all continue to grow. But every time something happens on YouTube, unfortunately when it's bad, but also when it's good, means it's the first time that it's happening. So this is your first shorts video at 35,000. Actually, you're going to see an inspiring story about shorts when I pull up Be Amazing Sylvia's channel, show you what's possible. She's been at this, I forget how long Be Amazing Sylvia has been on YouTube. I forget how long ago her first video. Let's look at these for a second because I just want to see. She'll tell us, but 5 years ago. Okay, yeah, so right before Superchat started, actually, because she's been here since the beginning. She's an original member of the Drop the Link Day crew. They're a group of 7 creators that still to this day help you meet more friends. And then when we look at Be Amazing Sylvia, it's pure variety on this channel. She could be giving us a chance to get to know her. She could be bringing us into her home. She could be taking us on an adventure. Always inspiring, always motivating. I'm going to put this latest video in my catch-up list. That's that playlist I use to keep caught up. And then shorts on this channel, you'll see. She hooked into a formula a while ago that has served her extremely well. She has got now 4 videos. One of them at 250,000 views, another one at 264,000, 680,000, and one at 757,000 views. That has to be exciting, and it has just launched her channel. You can see she's over 13,000 subscribers now and monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. So obviously a lot to learn from a creator like this. Like I said, she's been with us from the beginning. She's always been knowledgeable in all things YouTube, how we connect, and was inspirational in the growth of this channel as well. Silent Silver is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. They're going to talk to us about numismatic collectible coins, collectibles of value, as well as precious metal stacking and prepping. I wonder what their thoughts are on crypto, as a matter of fact. And then that's right, cruising on the high seas and travel. You want to disable the DVR. That's the digital video recorder. It's just a feature that lets people go back and forth while you're streaming. But you really just have to think about whether you want to do that on your channel or not. Not everybody needs to. I just happen to do it in Superchat because when we're talking about a channel on the screen, if somebody in the chat is asking about, you know, a question about a channel and they're looking at a different one, it gets confusing. So Silent Silver's working on 1,200 subscribers now as well, which is great to see. And I see that they're doing a few outdoor adventures as well. Hopefully I'll catch some more content here. I think I'm going to grab another video, and I'm going to put this into my catch-up list there just to get another piece of content watched. It's been a while since they put one up. They've got shorts over here, and these have gotten into 6,300, 8,600. I wonder if your latest one is moving, because you just put a video out that's got 12,000. I'm not sure when you put that out. And then live streams as well. So hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these. It's been many months since I caught them live. And but Silent Silver's been a long-time generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter as well. We'll spin the wheel. We see Shanster Travels is coming up. She was live the other day also. I think I caught you yesterday, wasn't it? Was it yesterday? We'll find out in a quick second. And she, as soon as she found the Tuber Chat family a couple of years ago, she started sending friends over. And she's growing now. You can see she's over 5,400, which is great to see. Lots of premieres lined up and ready to go. I'm setting notifications for all of them. I can see I'm behind on the channel. I'm just going to grab your latest video. I'll put that in my catch-up list to help me get caught up a little bit. And Shanster Travels as well is going to bring us a lot of cruising and other travel in between. And then she's got shorts on the channel as well here that have gotten into 9,500 and 10,000 views, all pretty much in line with her long form content. And then, yes, I did catch a live stream. My line is not all the way across. I'm not sure if I had to close the computer down or what happened there. I'm just going to put that live stream into my catch-up list and rerun it. But I see you got another couple that are on the way in a few days, and she seems to be doing these every week, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will connect with Shanster Travels, and like I said, a long-time generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. She's been with us a couple of years now, I believe. Forgive me, I asked everybody for your New Year's resolutions, and then I was racing through channels so fast that I really didn't see. if anybody said anything. Pardon me for that. I do that way too often. That's an example of the mistakes that I make frequently. Kathy Payne is coming up. Let's see what they've got going on their channel. Freedom Tour. Aloha Freedom Tours Hawaii is what she says on her about page, with a lot of information. Spiritual inspiration will be found here as well, and a brand new walk and talk video. I'll put this into my catch-up list. This is in line with like a lot of outdoor streaming and this and that, when creators either vlog or take us for a walk and talk and show us around their areas. Kathy Payne is now over 600 subscribers. We'd love to push her towards the 700 we know she's thinking about. It's almost all exclusively outdoor content here, but obviously warm weather. And then when we get into shorts videos, one of these has 1,200 views, which is great to see. And then live streams are an idea from the past, maybe again for the future. We'll keep an eye on the channel, see if she's going to bring those back. Huga Homestead is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. They're another friend of about 4 years. And thank you everybody for the time that you spent today. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can be here. Forgive me for going so far over time. We usually try to keep these to about 3 hours, and I will try to I'll go through Cali Girl Crochet, the idea of swapping playlists, in a quick second here. Hopefully everybody will thank our moderators and connect with all of them. Obviously we wouldn't even be able to do these streams the way they are if it wasn't for their help. All of them have been friends of ours for years. Huga Homestead is also a dear friend that's been with us about 4 years as well. They're now at almost 800 subscribers, which is great to see. They teach us something before we even get into the channel. The word Huga, which is how we pronounce this, H-Y-G-G-E, if you haven't seen it before. Huga means cozy, peaceful home in Danish. And then they're going to talk about gardening, rabbits, chickens, canning, prepping, simple life cooking, and some friendly talk on the channel. You get that idea when we start looking through the thumbnails here. They've got some shorts in line with their long form content that have gotten into 1,500 and 1,600 views. And then live streams on the channel as well. They've done a few of these. We'll see if they're going to continue those in the future. So thank you everybody again for the time that you spent. I'm just going to talk about swapping playlists for a quick moment. Forgive me for the channels that we did not get to. We get to as many as we can during a 3-hour period. We're going to be off for a few days now, just because I had to space out the time between the 800th live stream. That'll be almost 2 weeks from now. But the next 2 streams are already published, so you can always check the Tuber Chat front page and see when the next ones are coming up. Hopefully everybody, of course, has the notification bell on as well. Tink Master Games, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. When we talk about the idea of swapping playlists, it's a simple arrangement you can make with anybody at all, where you're agreeing to run a playlist of their videos and they're agreeing to run a playlist of yours. You can imagine by getting a handful of people to run a playlist of your videos, or eventually maybe even dozens or hundreds of people, your watch hours are really going to grow. But there's a couple of extra benefits. First of all, when somebody's running an entire playlist of your videos, they're running every video from beginning to end. That can help your retention or average time viewed per video. And then when you build a friendship with another creator by trading favors that way, you'll probably find yourself favoring them, and you'll probably find yourself being favored by them into the future. That means they're going to be there for most of what you're going to come up with, which means your watch hours are going to grow exponentially. And you can see those obvious benefits. So it's easy to do. You can do it when you work, when you sleep, when you eat, when you go out. And so running a playlist is not exactly committing to watching every single second of every video. You can, and everybody will appreciate every comment or thumbs up while you're running the playlist, but you're really only obligated to run it. So like I said, you can do it when you work, when you sleep, when you eat, when you go out, which makes it really easy to do. A lot of creators will do one every single day. Just line up a notepad, or whatever you use on your phone to keep track, a list of people, and then every day you're running a playlist. So it makes it really, really, really easy to do. And hopefully that makes sense. if you need me to elaborate, we can talk about it again when we come into the next live stream. And I think I've got that set for next Monday, so almost a week from now. I don't usually space them out like that, but I needed to this time. And then episode 800 will be extra special like usual. Lewis Acre Farm Karma is a dear friend as well. They just snuck in. They happen to be a member, so we'll look at their channel right now. More spiritual inspiration. They're going to bring homesteading content. They love introducing us to other creators. They've got a series called Meet Me Monday, where they bring an introduction to different influencers or creators. They've been doing this for many months now. I joined them on their channel about a week and a half ago, and they were really thoughtful about a lot of the questions. They gave me a chance to talk about a lot of the things that I don't have time for while we're doing Tuber Chat live streams. As well, they've got a Talk About a Tuesday, which is more of an open panel. I think they invite people to that, but you'll have to connect with Lewis Acre Farm Karma to see about that, get an idea of what that's all about. And then they have got shorts over here, 1500, 2500, 6100 as well. And then, yeah, Paranormal Poet, that's a good point. We usually leave the volume on while we're running playlists. I've had several people say it doesn't matter, you can put the volume off. Typically, we try to leave the volume on either on the window if you're on a computer or the app, or on the device. Some people will just plug their headphones in, put it on the lowest volume, and just let it run. But that's just an idea, and we just leave the volume on because why not, unless you absolutely can't. And then King Morgan is here with a lot of video gameplay as well. Hopefully you caught what I said earlier, King Morgan. I was in your live stream the other day, but couldn't chat. So just please make sure that a moderator hasn't blocked me or anything like that. There's a lot of glitches. Not everybody's blocked every time they can't chat. YouTube sometimes shadow bans accounts, or we've had people not be able to get in for a myriad of different reasons. It was getting heavy again a couple months ago. This creator is going to bring a lot of different video gameplay, but they've been a friend of ours a long time. They got some shorts over here, 7100, 9900, and videos on the channel as well. I'll grab the latest one. I'll put this into my catch-up list. That'll help me keep up. Thanks everybody for giving my quick exit. Thank you to our moderators especially. We've gone way overtime today, but we'll look forward to this again soon, and I'll see you out in the YouTube streets. Thanks everyone. Bye-bye.